But we are back. This is UFC Fight Night. Obviously, we're coming off the back of that massive UFC 242 show, which was absolutely awesome. I absolutely loved that show, loved that card, and it was a lot of fun. So really enjoyed that stream. It's great to be back doing the Fight Night shows. We're obviously going to be doing these each Saturday moving forward. The only time that we won't do them is if we will have something WWE or wrestling related in the way. But other than that, we are here. I can see there's people in the chat, but for some reason it's not coming through on screen yet. Let me just try and refresh that so I can say hello to a few people. Obviously, the Fight Night hasn't started yet. We're just going through the prelims. So we're in the process of going through those. Hello, there it is. Hello to Brian Schaffer. Hello to Christopher Rogers. Chalmers is here as well. QQ, hope you are well, my friend. Thank you for joining us for what should be a very fun evening. I'm very much looking forward to this Fight Night. We've got a big main event as well. Quite a tasty main event. We've obviously got the Cowboy Cerrone taking on Gaethje in the lightweight division. And I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's a real tasty encounter. So we will get to that. Obviously, I want to say hello to the people in the chat before we get really stuck into talking about the fights. So hello to Jason28, Team CB. Brad Cook is here as well. Hello, Laser Wolf. I can see Helmselm. / Liam Garvey. Days, on Twitter, you said you will give me a shout out. My name is Liam Garvey. Liam Garvey, look at that. I am a man of my word. I said I would do it. I went and did it. That's it. That's how we roll. It is as simple as that. So shout out to you, my friend. Christopher saying, I've got Cowboy. I've got Gaethje. I've got Gaethje. I mean, look, we might as well talk about this main event. It's very tasty. Both are very good wrestlers. You're going to see two excellent wrestlers colliding. For me, Gaethje is the slightly better grappler. He kicks with volume as well, and that could be a deciding factor. Gaethje doesn't tend to just throw the odd kick back away. He really kicks with volume. So, again, when he gets in, he makes it count. When he gets up close, he makes it count. He can fire a lot of kicks in. He can go for his grappling. He's got a lot of pressure that he likes to apply. He's a pressure fighter. Obviously, he's got a lot of power as well. But also, talking about his offense, he's got a great defense as well. His takedown defense is very, very strong. Gaethje is not going to be easy to beat. He can be beaten. The Cowboy can absolutely do it. I just don't know if he will. I don't know if he will. Sometimes Cerrone can leave himself open a little bit. Sometimes he can just leave those opportunities there. Sometimes they're traps. I'm not going to lie. Sometimes he does it on purpose to lure them in. But the problem is that if you're going to do that with someone like Gaethje, you're going to get caught. You're going to get caught either with a takedown or with that volume of kicks in particular. Even if he does throw strikes, hands, then, some of them could get through. There's real power there from Gaethje, so really hard fight to call because Cerrone has definitely got strengths as well. It's kind of like flipping a coin, really. So certainly if there's people out there thinking that it's going to be Cerrone, I can see why. I totally understand. He's improved a lot, I think, when it comes to his striking. He's always been a very good wrestler. And he's got great stamina. He's got a decent chin. So, yeah, I mean, he's got a lot going for him. But out of the two, I'm leaning to Gaethje. Team CB says, can't wait for Clash of Champions. Same here, dude. Same here. I think you're talking about all championship matches other than Roman versus Rowan. Everything else is for a belt. So, that's going to be a very, very tasty show. And, of course, we will be live for that tomorrow. We will start before the pre-show. We'll probably start an hour before the pre-show. I tend to do like my predictions. I don't tend to do them as separate videos anymore. I'd rather just spend the time with you guys and kind of get your thoughts and opinions. So what we will do is we will start an hour before the kickoff show. We'll go through the predictions, then we'll go through the kickoff show, and then we're into the main event. So it's going to be quite a long one tomorrow. But man, I am so much looking forward to it. I want to know who's winning, Seth or Braun, because obviously it looks like the winner of that is going to go on to face the Fiend. Hello to QQ, hope you are well. I'm going to tag you on Twitter and say thanks. No worries, dude. What do you think of KSI versus Logan? KSI versus Logan is not something that I'm that bothered by, if I'm being honest. But I will be watching it, and I am... I don't know. It's really weird. I thought they actually did better in that first fight than what I was expecting. I thought actually it was a little bit more technical. I just thought there was going to be two people doing this, but it wasn't. It was actually a quite decent standard. So I suppose in a way, I mean, I am watching it and I will be streaming it, but a part of me does worry if it's like going to end in a draw again, just so they can do a third one, or you never know with like YouTubers. We can't be trusted. You can't trust us. So yeah, we'll have to see. But a few question marks around it. I saw someone asking about Callum's Corner. I don't know what that is, so I can't give you an answer on that. Are you live streaming KSI versus Logan Paul? Yes, I will be doing the live stream of that. We did it for the last one, and as we said, I didn't really know what to expect. I got to be honest, a lot of the undercard was trash. A lot of that undercard just was not good quality at all. Fake YouTube beef and all this kind of stuff. It was not very good. Couple of little fighters in there. Can't remember now who they were, but I remember a couple of fights and a couple of fighters thinking, okay, yeah, good, yeah. And then when it came to the main event, as I said, I thought it was better than what I was expecting. I thought the result was, I suppose, exciting at the time. The fact that they're saying it was a draw. Again, you never know. I mean, has it been called a draw? Was it planned to have been a draw? I don't know. So we'll have to see on this one. So I'm kind of reserving judgment, but we will be streaming it. Darren Till's career has gone. Yes, it's not in a great place. This was meant to be his year, wasn't it? So, yeah. Can you give a shout out to Callum Lindsay? Yes, I can do that. Shout out to Callum Lindsay. GSP is the undisputed lineal WW and MW champ. GSP, arguably the greatest of all time, so I'm not going to disagree. Couple of fights. Days, you're amazing. No worries, dude. I didn't know you were doing a streaming service tonight. I was waiting for tomorrow night. Yeah, hey, Jason. Yeah, we tend to do them for UFC. I'm a UFC fan. And I would honestly like to see WWE bringing in a lot of UFC aspects. Personally, I would like to see like them bring in, say, judges. Like, if I'd like to see more wrestling matches go the time limit. I don't think it's realistic that there's always a finish. Like, rarely do we ever get like to the time. And that's crazy. Think about that. Why do we never get to the time in wrestling? How can you not have two wrestlers that are just so close, like, say, Mysterio versus Andrade? How come they never get time limit draws? How come the time limit doesn't expire? Like, I don't know why that doesn't happen more often. And I wish it did. And I wish there was judges. And we were to go over to the judges. Right, we're going to the judges. I just think it'd be a bit of extra drama. It would make it feel a little bit more sporty. And it's something that has been done in wrestling in the past. So, yeah, I saw actually they're doing a rounds match. Have you seen this? In NXT UK. So they're actually going to do wrestling in rounds, like UFC, like boxing. I think they're only doing it for like a one-off match. They used to do it, I'm sure, in England like years ago, like decades ago. And I think it's kind of a little bit of a tip of the cap back to that. So I think there's a lot that WWE could learn from the UFC, because UFC took a lot from WWE, and a lot of people don't know that. But in the early days, UFC didn't have entrance music. It didn't really have nicknames and characters, and do you know what I mean? Like, they didn't give them the backstory or invest in them as much. It was just two guys in a ring. Who's gonna win? Go. This guy's good at karate. This guy's good at wrestling. Go. Who wins? And that was early UFC. And then they weren't doing very well. They were struggling. And they looked at the WWE and they were like, right, we need to make this more of a show. So we need entrance music. We need backstories. We need feuds. We need promos. And all of this came into the UFC because of WWE. And I honestly think now we're at a point where WWE needs to take a few things from the UFC. And I think that would be very, very cool. And I would like to see time limit draws. I would like to see judges getting involved a little more. I think it'd be really, really fun. I imagine that just your judges are ex-legends. It's a great way to bring legends onto the show. So you've got legends sat there. You know, the show can have them walking out at the start. Our judges tonight. We've got Jeff Jarrett. We've got Jake the Snake Roberts. And we've also got Lita. So there's your judges for this week's show. They come on down. Nice to see those guys, and that's it, you know. And then, like, if it does go to the judges, then I just think it would be really cool. I know a lot of people might not like it, but you're not going to use the judges all the time or even every week. They're just there. So yeah, I'm going off on different things here. This is like a UFC stream. We're meant to be talking about the UFC. But I am very much looking forward to it. Days, this is off subject, but Josh Barnett's blood sport is not wrestling. What is your dream fight for UFC versus WWE? That is a really good question. So if we were to look at taking someone from the UFC, putting them in there with someone from WWE, I would be really tempted to go with, and this is going to be crazy, but I think if you really know wrestling, I think you might get this. I think you might be like, yeah, that's cool. How about Israel Adesanya? Okay, Israel Adesanya, really bright prospect in the UFC. And well, I say prospect, I mean he's like champion, isn't he? And he's fighting for the undisputed championship. So I suppose more than a prospect now. But he's still a relative newcomer the past couple of years. Really exciting fighter. You were always going to see fireworks in his fights. Hails from New Zealand, I believe. And just really cool. One of my favourite fighters. How about putting him, a showman, in the ring against the Velveteen Dream? The Velveteen Dream, a bright prospect for the future of WWE. A showman. Someone that, you know, goes out there. He's a champion, North American champion. Proved that he can hang with great workers. I just think that would be a really interesting contest. Putting Israel Adesanya in there against the Velveteen Dream. So I'm sure there's loads. I mean, we could probably do a stream just on that subject, like Brock Lesnar versus Daniel Cormier. You could do Shevchenko. Shevchenko against Asuka, I think would be amazing. Yeah, there's loads. There's absolutely loads. But honestly, I think the most exciting would be Israel Adesanya against Velveteen Dream. We're just going over to the arena now for UFC Fight Night. I think this is 158. And obviously better known as Vancouver. UFC Vancouver. We are in Canada. And as we said, we've got some tasty, tasty fights coming up. I think our first one should be Cirkunov taking on Crute. Have to have a look and see. Daniel Cormier is actually at ringside. He is part of tonight's commentary team along with Brendan Fitzgerald. I'm going to continue to say hello to some people. I think Conor McGregor versus Seth Rollins. That could be fun. Conor McGregor against Brock. Khabib versus Brock would be interesting. I think Brock might overpower him, if I'm being honest. But I'd still love to see it. Alistair Black versus Bisping. Ooh, I tell you what. Yes. They're just showing us the Cowboy and Gaethje, where they stand. Donald Cerrone is ranked 4th. Gaethje is ranked 5th. This is in the lightweight, of course. Champion there is Khabib. That lightweight division is stacked. I really hope one of these guys puts on a real show. I really want one of these guys to really cement their names. I mean, you've got Tony Ferguson, you've got Khabib, you've got Conor McGregor. I think, I think after what we saw from Khabib last time out, I think he is, firmly established now. But I think one of these guys could really put their name in the hat after tonight. So tonight is quite an important night. You could be seeing not the number 1 contender, probably the number 2 or 3 contender in the lightweight division tonight. Tony Ferguson, definitely number 1 contender. There's an argument that Conor's name is in the mix, but for me, Conor didn't look great when he took on Khabib. There's nothing really to suggest that Conor could beat Khabib. I just don't see it. I really don't see it. So for me, I think whoever wins this, I think probably would be the number 2 contender. Hello to Joseph. Shout out to you, my friend. Opinions on Rice Gum. Never been a fan. I don't know what he's done, but I hated him after his comments about H3 like months and months and months ago. I don't tend to get involved in like that kind of YouTube drama, but I do like H3. I've been watching H3 for years and years and years, and just really for no reason. Rice Gum just like slating him, and there's been a bit of a feud, and I think Rice Gum just rides that kind of publicity. That's what he's built his career on, really. So yeah, not a fan, dude. Days, do you have cake for me? Not at the moment. Not at the moment. And if I did, I totally wouldn't be sharing it. So just so you know. Days, is AEW Full Gear and Logan versus KSI on the same night? The fact you're asking that makes me think it could be. And if it is, we're doing AEW. I would only do the Logan match, Logan KSI match, if there was no wrestling on. Let me have a look for you anyway. November 9th is Full Gear. November 9th. And KSI, Logan Paul. I'm going to sneeze. Bless me. That is not coming to me yet. I don't know. It's not. Why is it not saying? Surely it should be the first thing they tell me. I don't know, dude. I don't know. It is not telling me. That is rubbish promotion, isn't it? February. It's been confirmed. November 9th. Will take place November 9th. So, yeah, it looks like it is at the same time. So, the only thing I would say is if the main event takes place after AEW has finished, then I would look at it. I would take a look at it. Because the last one, people enjoyed it. And as I said, I know it's a big talking point, and I was quite interested to see what the quality was like, and I was quite impressed with the quality of the main event last time. I would look at it again. But anyway, that is in the future. Something else that's in the future is our first fight of the evening, Cirkunov versus Crute. This is a light heavyweight encounter. I think Jimmy Crute is undefeated. He absolutely is. He's already in the octagon as well. So Jimmy Crute is undefeated. Cirkunov has got a questionable chin. He is a better wrestler. He's going to have a big advantage on the ground. He can get tagged, though, if Crute can find a way through, which I think he will. then he can get some joy, he can have some success. Crute has got more power, he's got an advantage if this stays on the feet. He's an excellent boxer. I hope I'm getting that across. I have gone for Crute. That is streaming and scrolling along the bottom of the screen. So you know I'm not lying. And he's a much younger fighter as well. Cirkunov is 32. Crute is 23. And as we said, this is light heavyweight. Crute, a real prospect, as undefeated. This is a real step up for him as well. So I'm very much looking forward to this. Because I think Crute's going to get the win. But don't discount Cirkunov because he's got experience. And he brings a much better wrestling game than what Crute has got. So I think Crute needs to go out there. He needs to throw a lot. Make sure he doesn't get taken down. He'll obviously start losing power as the fight goes on. So I think he's going to want to try and finish this in round 1. He comes from New Zealand. He is slight favourite as well, by the way, Crute. So what I'm saying here is in line with the bookies. And yeah, this is one to get your teeth into. What show are you talking about? I am talking about UFC Vancouver that is taking place right now. We've got a very tasty main event. We've got the Cowboy taking on Justin Gaethje, and obviously it's going to take a couple of hours until we get to that, but we've got this to enjoy first. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe, because as we said, we're going to try and be here every Saturday for UFC shows. And yeah, I absolutely love being back on fight nights. I need to jump over and get ready to start the clock because the first round is about to begin. Keep your eyes out here on Crute. Crute is going to want to make a quick start here, I think. And Cirkunov with a head kick. Crute got to be careful. Already getting grabbed by Cirkunov, and Cirkunov fired a couple of kicks into the body. Crute stepping forward, early takedown. Cirkunov with a spear. Cirkunov thinks that he's Roman Reigns. Spears Crute. Crute goes down. And Crute is on his back. This is not where he wanted to be. This is worst case scenario. Cirkunov is much better on the ground. And that was clever from Cirkunov because he didn't give Crute a great deal of time to throw. Like, Crute just couldn't really get the hands going. Couldn't get those boxing skills going. And Cirkunov just playing to his strengths. Spear, taking down Crute. And now he's got him on his back, on the floor. And he's now starting to unload on the head. He's trying to get into a better position. And the fight could end quite easily from this position. I think Crute knows that. And he has got to get out of this. He is really trying and moving and jockeying for position. Desperately trying to find a way out. Look, he's trying to counter-attack here. Firing a few shots in on his own. Crute changing around. Going to a different position. Nice. He's getting on top of the arms. Couple of shots into the head. This is good work by Cirkunov, who has had the much better first minute and a half in this fight. And yeah, this is fascinating. Crute has got to find a way up. Cirkunov is like a boa constrictor. Look, he's just wrapping himself around Crute here. Wrapping himself around, tying up those arms. Just doing whatever he can to not let Crute get back up. But Crute is fighting. He turned his shoulder there. He is fighting very well, Cirkunov. Crute on his back. Almost. Is up. Couple of shots from Crute. And now they're back up on their feet. A couple of knees. That was great work from Crute. And now it's Crute with a bit of a takedown. And he's round the back. Oh, see, this is what I'm saying. He's just not the wrestler that Cirkunov is. Cirkunov slips under, gets back round. Crute, though, managing to escape. Really good first few minutes. This really tasty. Jason28 says, amazing toy hunt the other day. Thank you very much, dude. Sip the Coke. Do you know what? I don't have any. I've only got some coffee. I only got a little bit of coffee. I can tell you it is 1:15 in the morning at the moment. Crute unloading. Smacking rights and lefts into Cirkunov. Cirkunov down on his back. Just trying to block. And he manages to flip Crute over. And now Cirkunov is trying to throw some shots. Kind of like, just not a great deal of power. He's going for a guillotine. And look at that. A little bit of a suplex by Cirkunov. Very unorthodox. I don't even know what... Oh, he's tapped him! Cirkunov taps Crute with a real unorthodox move. He was wrapped all around him. He had the head tied up. Crute could not afford to fight Cirkunov on the ground. He could not afford to do that. It's what we said before the fight. He is not as good on the ground. And for some reason, he had the opportunity to stand and throw, but instead he went for a takedown. He actually took Cirkunov down. And I don't know why he did that, because then Cirkunov was controlling the fight on the mat. Look at this. It is brilliant. He's got him. Guillotine. Look at that. That is such a great hold. I mean, he is just absolutely choking and crushing the life out of him. That is a devastating move. Absolutely devastating. Crute is lucky to still have his head. He could have been, decapitated. Amazing. It is over. You are absolutely right. It is over. Cirkunov sounds like something rude. Well, I tell you what, after what I've just seen, I think it is something rude. It's something brutal, I know that much. Good job, beautiful and sweet. Indeed, it really was. Hey Days, are you going to stream Logan Paul versus KSI? I've been asked this. I was, until I just found out that AEW is the same night, and we are a wrestling channel first and foremost, so we will definitely be doing AEW over KSI Logan Paul. The only way we might do the fight is if the fight happens after AEW, like if KSI Logan Paul is on say 6 in the morning here and AEW is finished, then I might jump over to that. Cirkunov is nothing. He lost by submission. Cirkunov just won, dude. Cirkunov just beat Crute. Shout out to LSW. Hope you are well. He did a great job. That was such an exciting finish. It was really good. Really enjoyed it. So yeah, great finish. We're just getting the official result now, but I'm not sure there's any mystery here. Obviously, we know that Cirkunov got the victory. But yeah, very, very cool. Let's jump over to UFC so we can get the statistics set up for the fights as and when they happen. I think it might be Uriah Hall against Antonio Carlos Jr. next. Not 100% on that. I'll set it up as if it is. Cormier just talking to Cirkunov at the moment. Right, Hall. This is our second fight of the evening. Hall versus Carlos Jr. Bang. Hey Days, they stopped doing time limit draws years ago as it was considered a bad finish. British rules up until the late 80s were round based. The 1 round wrestling match is considered US rules. That is awesome knowledge, my friend. Yeah, I know that British wrestling used to have it. I think that's why NXT UK are doing it. It's kind of like a tip of the cap back to old British wrestling, if you will. I I don't necessarily want to see rounds return. I don't feel like I need rounds. I feel like the 60-minute matches can be really cool. We've seen 60-minute matches like Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels. We've seen, I think, Kurt Angle, Brock Lesnar. And, of course, Okada against Omega. So there's definitely a place for 60-minute matches. You don't need time limit draws. You don't need rounds, sorry. But I think there is a place for time limit draws. I can understand the argument that it's a bad finish, but I just think that putting it in the mix, not having it all the time, but putting it in the mix as part of a feud, you know, maybe they have a match on Raw, goes to a time limit draw. You know, what do they do next? Well, let's do it at pay-per-view, or, do you know what I mean? Like, it can be part of a story. Plus, I think, like, you could bring in some pretty exciting judges, and it'll have a more sporty feel, which is what Fox is looking for. Like, they could do that on Fox. Maybe they don't do it on Raw. I don't know. Maybe you're getting too messy then. Perhaps if they're going to do it, they've got to do it. They won't do it, so it's not a problem. But I'm just saying it's something that I think would be quite a cool addition. So yeah, I'll be really interested to see how NXT UK does with its rounds and see if it's popular. This guillotine, it is devastating. I swear you could like rip his head off with that. It looks absolutely brutal. Hello to Christopher. Hope you are well. William says, Days tomorrow at Clash of Champions. Will you there be championships? Me and my partner are looking for a challenge. Yes, yeah, we will do the championships. Absolutely. He will be back. Tip cap 2 days. Wow, this is the lowest view count I've ever seen. Yeah, it's always not as big for the UFC shows, but in all fairness, that it never bothers me. I don't do it for the view count. I do it because I'm watching the show anyway. So I know there's people out there that will be watching along with us, so and enjoying the show. So it's always worth doing. Absolutely, always worth doing, and we've been doing it a long time. We've certainly been doing the main shows for a long time. These fight nights. As we said, you know, they don't get as many views, but it's not why we do it. It's really not a problem. It's just another opportunity to hang out with you guys and talk about whatever you want to talk about. If you want to talk a little bit about wrestling or Clash of Champions tomorrow or the fights that we've got coming up. Of course, when the fights are actually happening, we're focused on those. We just saw a very good first fight there between Cirkunov and Crute with a really cool little finish. We've got a great main event coming up as well, so... there's a lot to look forward to. Hello to Travante_99. Hope you are well, my friend. Welcome along. What's up from Maine? I agree with you on the time limits. I'm not keen on rounds either. They are essentially 2 out of 3 falls matches. That is very, very true. It's my birthday on Tuesday. Gonna be the worst birthday living from family. Imtiaz. I understand, but it's just part of life. I've spent Christmases on my own, and you know it is what it is. It is what it is. As simple as that. It is what it is. But yeah, have a good birthday anyway, dude. Days on the cliffhanger. Who did you get to video the cliffhanger? Oh, I like it. I like how you're thinking about it. If there was no one there, then how was it recorded? Bum, bum, bum! Well, all will be revealed, is all I'm going to say on that. I totally forgot about this. Hello to Marcus J, who says, what's up, Days, you sexy beast? That's right. Finally, a bit of respect. Hello, my friend. Hope you are well. Days, did you hear that TJP is signing with Bellator? No. TJP? TJ Perkins? Is he? Okay, very cool. Such a positive guy, legend. Thank you very much. FSD. I feel like Carmella. FSD, AFASD. Bum, bum, bum. Ba-da-dum-bum-ba. FSDAFASDE, 'cause you're fabulous. Capiche? Yeah, shout out to you, dude. Hey, Days, I just saw that PCO is alive and he isn't human. Oh, bum, bum, bum. I watched the fight and let the commentary run, and I just feel like part of a group if I am watching along. You are part of the group, Mr. Paul FOX. I'm loving all these like mysterious letters and extra like in the names. Very cool. Mr. Paul. What does Fox? What an idiot! I was like, what does it mean? What is this code? Mr. Paul FOX. It's Fox, isn't it? It's Mr. Paul Fox. I cracked it. Isn't Perkins at TNA? I thought that. I am very interested in starting to watch TNA, actually. Well, it's not called that. Impact, isn't it? So I am tempted to watch Impact. I was kind of a little bit tempted to watch, start watching Bellator, but I gotta be honest, I only tend to watch UFC and I don't get time to watch anything else, so I wouldn't know anything. I'm just being honest. I wouldn't know anything. I feel like I know a bit when it comes to UFC because I've been watching it for quite a while. So I don't feel like I'm out my depth. But I'd be out of my depth with Bellator. But I don't know. Something we can look at. But I am interested in Impact. They're just talking about the Cowboy, most knockdowns in UFC history. 23 wins. The most in UFC history as well. Never missed weight in 50 professional fights. Most performance awards in UFC history. I mean, the guy is Hall of Famer, isn't he? 8 main events. Unbelievable career. Absolutely unbelievable. And here he is, look. Look at that attire. The cowboy's here. He doesn't look like a cowboy. He looks like a mayor. He looks like an old school mayor, doesn't he? For like Ridgetown or something like this. Mayor Donald Cerrone. What's that? A cravat? What is that even called? And Gaethje, look, Gaethje has made no effort whatsoever. I wish I could do a better job of describing what Cerrone looked like, because I understand there's going to be people watching that won't see what he's looking like. I'm going to see if I can find a picture of him on Twitter to show you. Let's go Cerrone, because you need to see this. You need to see this. Cerrone. I don't think there's going to be pictures. Not yet. As soon as there's an image, I will show you what Cerrone is wearing, because it is madness. Oh, there it is! Do you want to see what a 2019 UFC fighter looks like? Get ready for this, friends. Get ready for this. Boom! Look at that! The cowboy! The cowboy Cerrone is here! Well, howdy, ma'am. Excuse me, sir. Is that your horse parked outside? Awesome. There are a couple of guys from UFC that are in Bellator now. Hello to Raw Dog. Hope you are well. Days, is Anthem buying Ring of Honor? Had heard some rumours, but I haven't heard that as being concrete. How is the UFC so far? I've only seen one match. We're one match in, and it was awesome. Really, really good. Great little finish. Great little submission hold. And in fact, I need to change the scroll, don't I? Because so far, guys, you know me. You know me. I know everything there is to know when it comes to UFC. I am so knowledgeable that so far I've done one prediction and I was wrong. Yes, there we go. That's how you do it. One prediction, one incorrect result. So I thought Crute was going to win. I thought he was going to stay standing and use that boxing power. He decided that that wasn't the right thing to do, and as a result, he lost. Well, next up, we've got Hall versus Carlos Jr. This is a middleweight contest. Hall is a flashy striker. He is a sniper. can throw shots at different angles. He's got a very long reach. He can switch his stances. He does have limited movement, though. His movement isn't brilliant. It can make him a little bit predictable. So even though his shots are kind of crazy, and he can like snipe in and find different ways to get through, he doesn't really move. And that is going to decide this fight. If Carlos Jr. can use movement, actually, get Hall a little bit uncomfortable, Carlos Jr. is a great pressure fighter. He will put that pressure onto Hall. He's going to be looking for takedowns. He averages, I think, like 3 takedowns every match, which is quite a good average. It's above average. And these two are polar opposites. Carlos Jr., takedown artist. Hall, a sniper, just fires them shots in. So I've gone with Carlos Jr., which probably means that Hall is going to win. Carlos Jr. has finished 9 of his 11 wins, all by submission. He is a world Pan-American and Jiu-Jitsu champion, Ultimate Fighter Brazil, Season 3 winner. This guy is serious. They might as well call him Serious. Serious Junior is what they might as well call him. And I fancy him to get the win here. And he steps inside the octagon. I don't know if Hall is already in there. But I can tell you that Carlos Jr. is. I feel like... Oh, no, here he is. I was about to say, I feel like he probably is. But Hall is making his ring walk now. From Spanish Town in Jamaica. Isn't that confusing? How can you be in Jamaica but yet come from Spanish Town? Unless do you think there's like this little district that's just all Spain. Like they do bullfighting, they eat paella, they do like crazy flamenco dancing. What else do Spanish people do? Sleep. That's about it. So here we go. That Hall from Spanish Town in Jamaica. That is how unusual this guy is. He is a sniper. Days, when does the Clash of Champions stream start? The Clash of Champions stream will start about an hour before the kickoff show. So we will do our predictions. We will have a bit of a chat, and then we will go into the kickoff show, and then we will go into the main card. Very, very much looking forward to it. Days, what is your favourite WWE figure? I would say my favourite might be different to what I think is the best. I think, to be honest, if I was to keep just one, if they said you've got to get rid of every figure that you've got, but you can keep one, I think I would keep Hulk Hogan Defining Moments. Yeah. I think I'd keep Hulk Hogan. The reason why is because everyone knows Hulk Hogan. So if he's sat on your shelf and friends come round, they're going to know who it is. Is in yellow, so it's quite bright as well. It's not like boring ring attire or anything like that. Facial expression is cool. It's Hogan. He's got like a ripped shirt that he's doing as well. He's got the bandana, which looks really cool. But also the main reason... It's the only figure that comes with the Hogan 86 belt, and I love that belt. I love that belt. It's a great belt. So, yeah, Hogan 86. And I'm a fan of the belt. I'm a fan of the figure. And I would keep that one. I am also a fan of UFC, and we are about to start our second fight. I can tell you that Bruce Buffer is just doing the honours at the moment. This is fight number 2. I think there's 6 fights on this card, so it's not a small card. It's an interesting card. I can tell you that Uriah Hall is the underdog. His MMA record is 15 wins, 9 defeats. Not a great record. And he is in there against Antonio Carlos Jr. So we are going to focus, of course, on this fight. We are in Canada. I'm not. I'm in the UK. They're in Canada. But we should be underway very, very soon. So get ready for this. Uriah Hall against Antonio Carlos Jr. Antonio Carlos Jr. looking very focused. They touch hands and we are underway. As we said, Hall is a striker. He is a sniper. Whereas Carlos Jr. Is going to be looking for them takedowns. He's going to be looking for that submission. 9 of his 11 wins have come via submission. Goes for a kick there. Single leg by Carlos Jr. And he drives Hall back against the cage. Hall not getting any joy in those early few seconds. He was looking for a few strikes, but couldn't get anything off. Carlos Jr. trying to get Hall down, but not quite getting it. And does now. He goes down. So now he's round the back of Hall. Hall is in a lot of danger here. This is absolutely not where he wants to be. Not where he wants to be at all. He's round the back. On his feet, Hall, though. Standing up. And he's got Carlos Jr. He's going to drop back. What's he going to look to do? He doesn't know what to do. Carlos Jr. is just kind of on him. And Hall is just quite happy to stand there for a little bit. I think both guys trying to figure out what the next move should be. Hall is trying to get Carlos Jr. off of his back. This will be wearing Hall down. Like, you know, he's got a guy on his back, putting his weight onto him. I think there's a bit of blood as well coming off the mouth of Carlos Jr. There's a couple of shots coming into the head from Carlos Jr. There we go. A couple of shots into the chin. Hall isn't going to appreciate that. And Hall now trying to find a way out. This is good. This is interesting. It's weird. Don't usually see them standing like this for so long. But they are. And how is this going to play out? Still standing. Still trying to find a way through. Still shots coming in onto the chin by Carlos Jr. I can't say there's a great deal of damage being done, but there's things happening. I'll give him that. There's definitely things happening. He's just kind of changing his position, Carlos Jr. now. And now it gets broken up and they stand right back in the middle. This is better for Carlos Jr. There we go. Nice. Couple of shots coming in. Looks like Carlos Jr. is going to try and stand and throw, which isn't the best thing to do. He needs to try and get Hall down. Hall will outbox Carlos Jr. Hall will outstrike Carlos Jr. Kicks coming in by Carlos Jr. Couple of jabs. Days, we need a UFC ranking division. Both on their feet. We've got just over 1:40 to go. Carlos Jr. still quite happy to stand and throw, but he's got to be so careful because he could easily get caught here. Hall is the better striker. Can find those shots straight down the middle. And as we said, you know, different angles as well. He's kind of going straight down the middle quite a bit, Hall, at the moment. Carlos Jr., I think trying to defend, maybe trying to find a single leg or something like that. It is a very interesting contest, though, at the moment. Hall moving around. Carlos Jr. fires a kick in. He is kind of pushing Hall back. Nice right hand, knee. And now Carlos Jr. looking for the takedown. Wraps his arms around the waist of Hall. He's driven him back up against the side of the octagon. Let me know in the chat who you think's going to win as Carlos Jr. gets the takedown. Carlos Jr. takes down Hall. Hall does not want to be in this position. He's on his back. Thankfully for him, there's only like 30 odd seconds to go. But yeah, he is someone that's going to want to stand and throw. He doesn't want to be on his back. Carlos Jr. is going to look for those submissions. 9 submissions out of his 11 wins. There's only 20 seconds left, though, for him to find it in this round. I feel like we will go to round 2. Firing down an elbow, Carlos Jr. Hall in trouble. Definitely going to end this round well for Carlos Jr. And that is the end of the round. That is the end of the round. Interesting round. Interesting round. Daisy's liking UFC more than WWE. I wouldn't say that. I appreciate them both. They're both very different. But of course, there's a lot that crosses over. I mean, when we're talking about Shayna Baszler, when we're talking about Matt Riddle, when we're talking about potentially Cain Velasquez, when we're talking about Brock Lesnar, we're talking about Daniel Cormier on the verge of joining WWE. You have to appreciate there is a lot of UFC stars that when they finish, I mean, we didn't even mention Ronda Rousey, but a lot of UFC stars, when they finish now, they go to WWE. It's kind of like their next step, and they're legit. They've had great careers. Some of them, a lot of them have been champions. So I think it's good for WWE. It brings in a bit of a UFC audience. Like, you know, people are fans of, say, Tony Ferguson when he finishes here. Might go over to WWE, and some of his fans might follow him. So I think it's good business sense for WWE. And I think it works for these UFC stars that can kind of continue a career. So, yeah, I appreciate them both. I think there's a place in the world for both. I don't see them really as competition. I think they tend to be on different days. Like UFC is always on a Saturday, whereas WWE put their pay-per-views on a Sunday. And I just think they complement each other. So, and they're good friends. I mean, Dana has been invited to and has been to WrestleMania. We saw him at WrestleMania 34 in the crowd for Ronda Rousey's match. So there's clearly a relationship there. I should imagine that Dana has had conversations with Vince McMahon. Right, I can tell you we are well underway into the second round. They're both just standing. Carlos Jr. needs to look for those takedowns. And there we go. He heard me and he goes straight for the midsection. Looking for that takedown. Driving Hall up against the octagon cage. So he's got Hall against the cage at the moment. He's going to have to do well to take him down from here. A couple of kicks coming in. Honestly, UFC is... It is, dude. I agree. Shout out to Dean Winchester. Hope you are well. Jason saying, nice commentating. Thank you, dude. I literally just tell you what I see. And what I see right now is Carlos Jr. trying to find a way to get Hall down. Hall is... He's done all right, actually. He's caused a bit of damage to Carlos Jr. Some of those shots have found a way through. Oh, Joanna versus Waterson. That will be good. That's a future fight night that we've got coming up. And a couple of shots coming in from Carlos Jr. Hall is still pinned against the side of the octagon. I like Sasha's sweet cakes. Fair play. Days, Ric Flair has just proposed to Kenny Omega. I knew it. I think the puppets are good enough for the Firefly Funhouse because they usually have to do with Bray's past life. That is true. Right. Oh, there we go! Hall with a big strike and Carlos Jr. goes down. He's trying to finish it. Carlos Jr. isn't out. He's desperately trying to defend. He ties up his arms. That's what Hall can do. We said that strike was there. We knew that knockout punch was there. He fired it through. He dropped Carlos Jr. And look at this. Hall walks away. Carlos Jr. gets back up. Carlos Jr. going for a single leg takedown. It is all happening in this fight right now. Real scenes in round two. Absolutely brilliant stuff. That strike, I can't wait to see that again. Looked like a big right hand. Carlos Jr. dropped. So Hall is going to get mad points for that. In fact, Carlos Jr. is lucky to still be in this fight. I thought he was done. But he wasn't. He's back up and he's fighting away. He's got Hall driven up against that octagon. He's pushing his shoulder in. His right shoulder. He's trying to find a way. I got to tell you, Carlos Jr. is like, even though he's driving that shoulder in, he looks out. He looks out on his feet. He could not be in a good place. He really can't. Not after that strike. It was so clean, crisp, did the damage. He does manage to get Hall down, but Hall pops right back up again like a stubborn Pop-Tart. Round the back goes Carlos Jr. He's jumping onto the back of Hall. 50-odd seconds, and to be honest, I think Carlos Jr. is going to have to survive. Carlos Jr. is just going to have to find a way through this round. He's firing knees into the thighs of Carlos Jr. Firing those knees in. Desperately just trying to do anything to gain a slight advantage. 30-odd seconds left in round number 2. And this is fascinating stuff. Hello, Cole Taylor. Hope you are well. Christopher Rogers, thank you for the support. Beautiful work by Hall. If you are just joining us, this is the second fight of the evening. We saw a great submission in the first. Spinning back kick by Carlos Jr. A great little knockdown by Hall, who's starting to unload again. And that is the end of that round. That was absolute fire. Absolutely brilliant. Here it is. Oh, look at it. Look at it. So Carlos had thrown, leaves himself open. Bang! Straight down the middle. Big right hand. Ah! It was like a fatality out of Mortal Kombat. It's kind of like the final scene in Mortal Kombat. Finish him! But he gets back up. He gets back up. He gets knocked down, but he is up again. You're never going to keep him down. Well, we're going to see, because this has now gone into round number 3. Days, what legend should I draw? By the way, I drew Rikishi, Dusty Rhodes, George the Animal Steel, and IRS. Amazing. Draw Kamala. Do Kamala. I like Stubborn Pop-Tart. Nice. Hashtag. Here we go. What a round. Shay, you are absolutely right. That was fire. That was so good. Carlos Jr. has had the warning of his life. He now knows that he cannot stand and throw with Hall. I did tell him this before. Spinning back, heel kick. Beautiful. Beautiful shot to the head again by Hall. Carlos Jr. has got to get Hall down in the middle of the octagon. Get that submission locked on. I gotta be honest, Hall has done a really good job when he has gone down. Carlos Jr. takedown. Here we go. Wrapping the legs around. He's going to look for that rear naked. He's going to look for a rear naked choke. He's going to try and get that arm underneath the chin, around the throat. Hall is holding onto that arm, making sure it doesn't get tucked under. He's trying. Look at this. You can see the fight that's going on right now. He's got the legs wrapped around. There's not really anywhere for Hall to go. Hall knows that he's in danger. One false move and he's done. Hall is in real trouble here. Real trouble. He can't afford to let that arm go. You can see Carlos Jr. desperately pulling at his own arm, trying to get that arm underneath the chin. He's trying to choke him out. He's trying to choke him. Things are going to get pretty dark for Hall soon. He's straightened the arm. He's trying to bend it in now, and Hall is not letting him get that arm underneath the chin. He's saying no. No. Headbutt. I saw a cheeky headbutt. You can see, look. He's desperately fighting here. He tried to rear naked choke me, and I said no. The words of Amy Winehouse. Here we go. He's looking for it. He's still desperately trying to free that arm. He does free the arm, but he can't get it under the chin. Again, lovely defense by Hall. Hall is... It doesn't look like there's loads happening. I got to be honest, if you're looking at it, it's two guys lying on the mat. There's loads happening. He is desperately trying to get that arm under the chin. And Hall, you can see, stopping him. He's putting this arm up here. Shots coming in all the time as well. Jockeying for position, having to work so hard. So hard. Hall has got a real problem because there's not a quick way out of this. And he's still got his feet wrapped around. And he's still got a long time to survive. I mean, this round, it's the last round. He's still got over 2 minutes to try and survive. And Carlos Jr., for the next 2 minutes, is just going to try and get that arm under the chin. I think Hall is just trying to get to a decision. He's just trying to get to the end. And Carlos Jr., I mean, look, you can see Hall shaking his head all the time. You're not doing this. I am not letting you do this. And again, he's trying to pull that arm up. I just wonder, you know, what is Carlos... Oh, is it in? No, again. Oh. He turns him to the side, and as he turned him to the side, the arm came over. It's like, couldn't get it through, though. Hall has got this arm up, block him. So good. So good. Look at this. Open shots. There's no way that Hall can defend those shots at the moment because his arms, both arms are trying to prevent the rear naked choke. And that arm comes back round again. Hall having to work hard. He's had to work so hard. So hard. Carlos Jr. Oh, no. I thought he had it. I think he's looking for a bit of an armbar, but it's adventurous from Hall and he ain't going to get it. 50 odd seconds to survive. Hall has got 50 seconds to survive. That arm again, it's a whisper away. It is a whisper away. He's still in this lock. He's still saying no. 30 odds. I really want him to survive now. I really want him to survive. He's worked so hard. So hard during round 3. Come on, Hall. I don't even care. I don't care if he wins or loses. I just want his struggle to be rewarded. I just want this fight to be rewarded for him because he has been in this position for pretty much 2/3 of round 3 and he has had to work so hard. Come on, you haven't got long. Shots being reined in by Hall and he's done it. He makes it to the end. Carlos Jr. throws his hands in the air. He thinks he's done enough. Hall thinks he's done enough and this is going to be interesting. We're going to the judges. We are going to the judges. Anyone know when Cowboy versus Gaethje fight? They are obviously the main event. It's going to be a tasty main event. And we're still a little way away from that yet. I think there's 6 fights on this card. That will be the end of fight number 2. So we've still got a little way to go, but they're good fights. Days, Bray Wyatt Fiend attacked me and scared the light. Well, it would, dude. Days, are you watching college football? No. I am watching the UFC. Good fight. I agree, Trevante. It was a really interesting fight. Really good. Which way do you think it'll go? Let me know. Put it in the chat. Which way do you think that's going to go? Do you know what? I honestly don't know. Because Carlos Jr. controlled most of round 3, but then Hall got the knockdown, didn't he? So, really difficult, actually, I think, to score that one. I'm going to be very interested to see which way that goes. Fury versus Wallin, that is tonight. In the early hours, I think, isn't it? I mean, I could be tempted to jump over to that, but I think it's such a straightforward win for Fury. I don't know if there's... I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'll be interested the closer it gets to the fight, but for now, I'm not that bothered. Right, let me just set up what the next fight's going to be whilst we're waiting for the judges on that one. Here we go. So we are going over to the judges now. Let's see what way this goes. Ladies and gentlemen. Judges. Okay. 29-28 Hall. 29-28 Carlos Jr. There is a winner. Uriah Hall! Uriah Hall! Yeah, Uriah Hall, who had to fight for so long in that third round, survived and gets the win. For me, it's that knockdown. That knockdown swung it in his favor. Carlos Jr., I think, could have got the victory. Well, I mean, he tried to get the victory in round 3. It didn't come through for him. But Uriah Hall, and again, guys, do you know what I mean? This is what I'm saying. I know so much about UFC that is 2 predictions, 2 wrong picks. So, boom. That is how good I am. That is how good I am. I went with Carlos Jr. He loses via split decision. Well done to Hall. Hall getting the victory there. Just talking to Cormier at the moment and saying some really cool words about his opponent. Did you hear about Connelly versus Kovalev? No, I did not. Hey there, Scott out here. How about UFC fights WWE in a traditional Survivor Series match? That would be cool. 2 predictions wrong, I know. I know. I never claimed to be good at this. I mean, I do know the fighting styles. I know what both fighters are going to bring. You kind of look at it and go, well, he's looked good in his recent fights, and I think he's going to catch him and all this. And sometimes it just doesn't go that way. I mean, most times it doesn't go that way. I wonder if... I've never done it. I've never got every result right for a pay-per-view or a live stream. But equally, I've never got every result wrong. Is that this stream? Is this the magic stream where I get every prediction wrong? Part of me would like that. Part of me would like to see that. So, yeah, let's see. Days, what is your favourite restaurant? Ooh. I don't know, actually. I like proper posh places. Proper posh. Because I never get a chance to go to them because I don't belong in those places. B, if ever I have been to one, I haven't paid. It's always been like, you know, for a birthday or something, or someone's anniversary and someone else was picking up the bill. So they're the only times I get to go. And yeah, it's just kind of eating food that you would never, ever, ever eat. Some of it is god-awful as well, but some of it is nice. Like a really beautifully cooked steak. Oh! I can tell you, like, there's an amazing steak place that's quite expensive in Birmingham, and it is. I've only been there once. It was incredible. I can't remember its name. Right, they're just showing some of the future contests we got coming up, and I think we are going over to Pereira on a 3-fight win streak. I tell you what, I've got to just put this fan on because I am sweating. Pereira up next. Fight number 3. Yeah, those are my favourite restaurants. The ones that I go to and I don't pay. Your predictions are a lot better with WWE. Usually they're spoilers. That is true. Although saying that, you hear a lot of rumours, don't you, Like, this is what they're planning on doing, and this is the direction it's going in. And so as a result of that, you can kind of predict what they're going to do. I think WWE can be a little more predictable than what UFC is. UFC, I mean, it's how they turn up on the day, innit? Days, what time does this finish, UK time? No idea, my friend. I honestly don't know. I would guess another couple of hours, maybe 4. So maybe it'd be around the time that Fury would be making his ring walk or something, but I don't know. Dave's got an idea. What if UFC battled WWE in a Survivor Series match? That would be cool. BBC Elstree Studios has great food. Does it? A, how do you know that? And B, what food was it? Let us know. I want to know. What are the BBC serving? Are you on your grandma's couch? Yes, this is my grandma's couch. No, this is Mama Dais's couch. And it's awful, isn't it? It's horrible. I mean, if that's the pattern. I mean, in all fairness, they've had this a long, long time, so I'm not going to judge them too much. It's not what I would choose. Let's put it that way. I'd have some. You know me. I'm sexy and modern and everything. This isn't. Days. I've got this fight for Pereira. Okay, so let's talk about this next fight. This is a welterweight fight. We've got Pereira against Connelly. Pereira is a showman, very exciting, lots of spin kicks and spinning back fists and flying knees and Superman punches. And I mean, what Pereira is going to give you is an absolute storm. You do not want to miss this next fight. If for some reason you have the ability to watch this and you're not, I would urge that you watch it because this next fight is going to be tasty. Pereira is someone that you do not want to miss. He is going to give you some real excitement. So very, very much looking forward to this fight. So we've got Pereira, very exciting, against Connelly. I've got this fight for Pereira. Connelly has taken this fight on short notice. And I just don't think he's going to get past that early storm. Because that's what it's going to be. Pereira is just going to come out. He's going to throw the craziest stuff. The guy does Superman punches. He comes out and like... Bah! I mean, what serious UFC fighters come out with Superman punches and all this kind of stuff? So, it's going to be madness. He is going to be stepping in there with lightning. Pereira is lightning in a bottle, so very, very much looking forward to this. I don't think this match goes long. I think that's probably why there's 6 matches on this card, on this main card, because they know this one's going to be done in like 5 seconds. This is Connelly's UFC debut. He does have a 4-fight win streak. 4 knockouts, 9 submissions, 8 first-round finishes. So Connelly is someone that likes to get his work done early as well. It's interesting. Days, what will this fight taste like? This fight is going to taste like... what will this fight taste like? It is going to taste like... a sour gobstopper. No. A sour jelly. One of these. It's going to taste like one of these. Can you see they look sour infernals? So they're like little jelly sweets that are like super sour. This is a forfeit for the future. Sour infernals. It's going to be like one of these. Let me tell you why. Because it is going to be intense at the start. You'll put that in your mouth. It's going, there's just all these things happening. And then it'll be gone. And then it'll be over. Because it's a jelly sweet. It's not going to hang around. The sour isn't going to stick around too much. So it's going to be like that. It's going to be intense, hard-hitting. It's going to melt your face. And then it will be over. So it's one of those. Oh, hello. What's this? Pereira doing a little... Whoa! I think we're doing a little bit of Britney Spears. Oops, I did it again to your heart. No idea what he's dancing around to. It might have been the Crazy Frog or Baby Shark. Baby Shark, da 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 da. Baby Shark, da 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 da. Baby Shark, da 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 da. Baby Shark. Baby shark, baby shark, Here he is anyway. Pereira is here. Look, at the weigh-in, he does a backflip and then starts breakdancing on the floor. Madness. And you can see the women that were standing behind me like, what am I watching? He's still going. Baby shark. He is loving it, man. There's no nerves here. Oh, I tell you what, if he does come out really quick, really intense. Oh, here come the money. Here come the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar. Dollar, dollar. Big Smart is my favourite now. He might be my favourite ever, just for this ring walk. My favourite ever fighter. He looks like Ty Dillinger, Sean Spears, for those wondering. He's just putting a little bit of water on the gum shield. His training team they're still having their own little party. I swear he can hear like some crazy music that we can't. He's loving it. 3-fight win streak, 10 wins by knockout, 6 by submission, 12 first round finishes. Pereira is gonna be explosive. This is one to watch. Oh, Baby Day Shark. Hey, look, it's not me that's doing this. It's not me that's doing this. This is Pereira that's doing this. He's still going. Look at it. He must, in the club, in that club, as 50 Cent would say, he must be a right hoot. He must be like the king of the... He must be like John Travolta in Saturday Night Fever. Do you reckon he walks in his bright white suit? Well, you can't tell by the way I use my walk. I'm a woman's man. No time to talk. Well, here he is anyway. I can tell you that he has got a reach advantage of 5 inches. Weight 172. Tristan Connelly 169.5. Pereira just a little bit taller. He's a bit taller, a bit heavier, a bit younger, a little bit jazzier. He's got more moves. Bruce Buffer's excited about it as well. You can tell Bruce Buffer's got an extra spring in his step. I want to see Bruce Buffer introducing Pereira. If he goes right into the face of Pereira, really bigging him up, Pereira's going to be like, yeah! It's going to be madness. It's going to burn the place down with their enthusiasm. It's a shame as well, because this Connelly guy, oh, look, he is. He's getting right at him, and Pereira bouncing around, going into the centre, hand in the air. We're doing a little bit of dancing. We got some break dancing going on. Woo! Yes! Yes! This is what it's about, baby. Them girls are loving it. They're dancing along. Baby shark. Da, 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 da. Right, Jason Herzog is the referee. Let's put the madness to one side. Let's get going with the action. This ain't gonna be long, my friends. This ain't gonna be long. Both guys love a first round finish. And here we go. So, Pereira coming out, standing in the middle, bouncing around. Connelly puts his guard up straight away. Pereira, kick to the midsection. Oh, comes off the cage. Cartwheel. Ah, backflip. Look at this. He's chasing him around. It's absolute scenes. Who does a cartwheel during a UFC fight? This is madness. This is madness. Look at the movement, bouncing around. I tell you what, he's got some mad moves. I can tell you that Connelly is getting backed up. Oh, Pereira teasing, jumping off the side of the cage, kick to the midsection. Spear attempt, single leg takedown by Connelly. Connelly grabs the leg of Pereira. That leg that contains so much rhythm has been disabled temporarily by Connelly, who now grabs around the waist, fires a knee in. Pereira just a little bit lost at the moment, pinned up against the side of the cage. I mean, we've already seen cartwheels. We've seen him lunging off the octagon. It's already been scenes. But yeah, the sting has just been taken out a little bit. They get into the center. Pereira trying to break apart, and he does. He does. Nice jab. Couple of left jabs coming in. He is a showman. Kick to the midsection. Pereira just trying to find a way through. Nice. Rolls forward. Uses the legs. Flying knee. He thinks it's Daniel Bryan. And now shots to the body. Big miss. Big kick by Pereira. The two hook up into the clinch. They're now exchanging knees. Connelly is trying to give as good as he can get, but he doesn't have the rhythm. Pereira drops down to his knees, pops back up, and now go in. Couple of strikes to the head. This is so much fun. This is one of my all-time favourite UFC rounds right now. Absolute scenes as they trade blows back and forth. Both guys standing in the centre. Pereira firing some kicks in. And again, going for a lunge, and we get a takedown. But he's fallen into a bit of a guillotine. Pops his head out. So he's okay. Now, I think Connelly looking at that arm. He's examining that arm. He's looking at that guillotine again. Can't quite get anything on. Pereira, though. Standing up. You've got Connelly. Oh! Yes! Look at that! Standing moonsault. Stomps onto Connelly. We saw a standing moonsault coup de grace. Absolute scenes. Pereira is giving us a show here. He is giving us an absolute show. Whatever Pereira is selling, I'm buying it. I'm buying it. I need a Pereira shirt, a Pereira mask. I need Pereira Dance Central on the Wii game. I need an app. I need everything. I just want to deck my house out in Pereira merchandise because he is the man. The man is here. Becky Lynch and Ric Flair can argue who is the man. I'm telling you right now, it's Pereira. Pereira is the man. We've got 1 minute 30. Both guys are down. Pereira's got a nice headlock on Connelly, who just pops his head out. Now we've got into a bit of a bear hug. They're in a clinch. Both guys using their feet well, wrapping around each other, jossing and jockeying for position. It's really interesting as we approach the final minute of what has been one of my all-time favourite rounds. Absolutely incredible scenes. Some absolute unorthodox moves. Some wonderful stuff. But the headline, Connelly is still there. Connelly is still there. He's in there with Wile E. Coyote. He's in there with Roadrunner. And he is still hanging in there. Both guys up on their feet now. Connelly moving forward. Pereira a little bit on the retreat at the moment as he tries to find his foot in. Tries to find a way through. Leg kick coming in by Connelly. Pereira backing away. Nice little shot to the body. Puts his hands up. Drops them down again. Kind of inviting Connelly on. Connelly steps forward. Shot to the body by Pereira. Knees coming in by Pereira as well. These two trading shots. They're standing. Throwing bombs at each other. 10 seconds left in what has been a fantastic round. Takedown. Now they're rolling around on the floor like two lovers in a barn. And he has popped his way out of that. And the ref, look at this. The ref ends what was a fantastic round. Them people should be on their feet. Some of them are. Not enough of them are. They should all be on their feet after that. Absolute scenes. Absolute scenes. One of my favourite rounds. Easily of the year. Absolutely brilliant. I am now a fully signed up, paid up member of the Pereira fan club. I'm like president of the Pereira fan club. Absolutely brilliant. Shay says, loved that one. Yes, I think we all did. It was absolutely brilliant. What are they saying to him now? Do you think Pereira are saying, look, you was a little bit too Cirque du Soleil? Can we go a little bit more Michael Jackson? Should we do Jackson in this round? Should we go a little bit more that way? Let's not do like the aerial stuff. Let's throw in a few moonwalks. Let's do a little bit of that. I don't think they're actually saying like anything that's going to win the fight. I think they're saying, let's cut down on the aerials. Cartwheel was nice. Standing moonsault was excellent. I feel like they're just giving him, grades. Rather than, actually this being a fighting contest, we need, Olympic gymnast judges sitting at ringside. It was that kind of a round. Absolute madness, and we are back underway. Give me more. Give me more, says Britney Spears, and Pereira stepping forward with a couple of right hands. If Connelly puts Pereira away, I will hate him for the rest of his life, because he will ruin what has been a fantastic encounter so far. So 30 seconds in, Connelly going for a takedown. Pereira managing to stop it. Obviously, this is a fight. As much madness as we're seeing, there is a serious contest going on at the moment. Lovely little hold by Pereira. Connelly pops out, both guys up on their feet. Kick to the body by Pereira. The only problem is Pereira will tire. I mean, as this fight goes on, he's put a lot of energy into the showmanship, and he hasn't really got the rewards for it. But, well, he's won a fan. He's won admirers around the world. He's definitely won the respect of people and the love of people. So, can you put a value on that? Probably not. He's backing away. Neither guy really committing to anything at the moment. Connelly still there. Connelly doing very well. Took this fight late minute replacement. Back kick by Pereira. Pereira in a little bit of retreat here. Shot to the body by Pereira. Connelly constantly moving forward. I mean, I don't even know how you scored that first round. As an actual fighting contest, I haven't got a clue. As a gymnastics exhibition, it was wonderful. Olympic level. They're tangling up. They're both in the clinch right now. Knees coming in. I feel like Connelly is really ruining this fight because he's actually trying to fight. He's coming forward. He's trying to throw shots. And he's not allowing Pereira to kind of show off, which is a real shame. Connelly has come here to ruin this party. And Pereira backing away. Connelly still moving forward. Swing and a miss by Connelly. I can tell you that Pereira backed up against the cage, but steps forward, knee to the body. Pereira looking a little bit tired, looking a little bit light on his feet. Drops down. I think he is actually in a fight now. I think this has turned into a proper fight, because the problem is Pereira's gone tired. Pereira doesn't have the energy that he had in the first because of all the cartwheels and the flips. Now he's in a situation where he's in there with a guy that's proven to be quite tricky to put away. So, sadly, round number 2 is an actual fight. We're back to boring fights. And he's taking him down. He's on top of him. He's got him in a clinch. He's got him around the waist. Trying to control this on the ground. Interesting stuff. What channel is this on? I can tell you it's BT Sport in the UK. I think it's ESPN in America. I don't know if it's ESPN Plus. I don't know. I don't really know how it works in the US. But they're jockeying for position at the moment. Moving around, throwing a few shots in. Shots to the head. Shots to the body. 1 minute 30 left in this round. Not brilliant for Pereira at the moment. He's on top. I suppose in a way he's in control, but he's not really asking any questions or causing any problems. Connelly isn't either, in all fairness. 1 minute 10. Let's see how it plays out. But yeah, certainly not the hijinks that we had in the first round, which is a bit of a shame. But we are approaching the final minute. Elbows coming in from Connelly. Elbows raining down. And Connelly on his back. 48 seconds to go. Pereira. I think there's a cut under the right eye of Connelly. Maybe Pereira could maybe target that, try and open that up a little bit more, cause a few problems, ask a few questions. He's kind of driving his shoulder in, pushing Connelly back up against the octagon cage. And it looks like Connelly looking for a bit of a guillotine hold. Match going much, much longer than I expected. I didn't expect it to be going this distance. Didn't expect it to be going for this long. I thought those first round antics would put Connelly away. But he's done an excellent job. Ridden out the storm. He's trying to grab hold of the arm. Again, jockeying for position. And that is, I think, the end of the round. The referee calling the end of the round there. And he calls Connelly back. So, no hijinks in that one. It looks as if Pereira is in a proper fight now. Which, is understandable. I can forgive him. It's going to be very, very interesting as to how this plays out. This third and final round, it certainly looks to me like he is tired. Certainly looks to me like Pereira is really not at the same pace or has got the same energy as what he had in the first. So a few question marks maybe about his stamina. We're going to have to see how this goes. But yeah, very, very interesting stuff. Loved that first round. One of my favourite rounds of the year. No doubt. Absolutely no doubt. Right, both guys getting back up to their feet. Both guys getting ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Final round coming up then, my friends, of what has been a fantastic fight. Pereira against Connelly. Will we get a winner in this round? I tell you, this is BT Sport 2. For anyone that was interested, we are underway. Need to change that to round 3. Pereira, smash him! Days, please do the Rugby World Cup. That is coming up very soon, isn't it? The Rugby World Cup. Here we go. We are back underway. Charging forward. So Pereira has got Connelly up against the cage. Kind of turning round. He's trying to get on top. He's trying to get the advantage here. He's struggling a little bit. I tell you what, Connelly has really, really impressed me. Really impressed me. Both guys up on their feet. Pereira knows that he's in a fight here. Connelly, I just didn't think would weather that early storm. But he's been a decent striker. He's a very good fighter. He's quite happy going toe-to-toe and standing with Pereira. Maybe Pereira just wasn't prepared for Connelly. Even though Connelly has come in last minute, this is a last-minute change for Pereira as well. Pereira going down, looking for a single leg. Couldn't get it. And Connelly going around the back now, trying to control this fight on the ground. Keeping Pereira grounded. I gotta be honest, I don't think Pereira has got the energy to do the tricks he was doing in the first round. I feel like his energy has kind of zapped and worn away a little bit. So, looks like he's struggling a little. So, a couple of deep breaths by Pereira. As Connelly fires a shot in. Jossy and jockey in for position. Just over 3 minutes to go. Shay says, this is my favourite fight of the night so far. Days, don't sing Anton Deck. Yeah, I was. I had it in my mind. Let's get ready to rumble. Awesome UFC. Days, if Braun was in UFC, what song do you think would fit him? Probably the one he's got. I think the one he's got is fine. I like flips as much as the next guy, but come on, it's a fight. Yeah, well, I mean, what's great about this is it is a fight. It's a real fight, and he's still gone in there and chosen to do it. So I am all for it. Bit of showmanship. If he is good enough to get the job done, if he can do it and then go on to win the fight. But honestly, he's struggling at the moment. Pereira is really struggling against Connelly. So I think he's gone in there. He's done his showmanship stuff. Wanted to look a bit flashy, and now it's kind of backfired a little. Because now he's just really having to hang in there. I don't think he's going to get any points for the cartwheel. He should. He should get mad points for the cartwheel. But I don't think he will. I think they're going to score this on takedowns, on total strikes, on significant strikes, on damage, on who was on the front foot. the control time, and honestly, it might be Connelly. It might be Connelly. Connelly has kind of dictated this. They're showing significant head strikes. Pereira 14, Connelly 34. So it's not good, guys. It is not good. If you're a Pereira fan, like me, as I said, president of the fan club. And actually, I think I picked Pereira, so this might be my third prediction that I've got wrong. Oh, wow. Come on, Connelly. I could be on here. Every single prediction could be incorrect tonight. This could be a legendary stream. We might be witnessing magic tonight. Connelly unloading on Pereira. Shots to the head. Elbows coming in as well. Pereira is just in trouble. He's been in trouble throughout this whole round. It's been a real problem for him throughout this whole round. I do not know what he is going to do, how he is going to get out of this. Changing position a little. Shots coming in. Tags him on the head. Shots to the body. Big strikes coming in from Connelly. Pereira, I don't think he's in too much trouble, but it's all going to count against him. These headshots, I think he's been done here. I think Connelly's got this fight. Connelly is ending this on a high, and the ref calls it. Ref calls the end of the fight. I think that's going to be bad news if you're a Pereira fan. Gutsy work from Connelly. Oh, god damn it. Again, this is how much I know about UFC. I predicted that it was going to be a short fight. It went the distance. I predicted that Pereira was going to be too explosive for Connelly in the early stages. He wasn't. I predicted Pereira would win. He probably hasn't. So, thanks for watching the Wrestling Days UFC stream. Home of accuracy. Home of truth. This is where truth lives. This is where real predictions live. If you are going to bet, then do the exact opposite of what I suggest. That's why people should watch. You should be watching these streams. People will be like, I don't want to watch this guy. Doesn't know what he's on about. I do know what I'm on about. Just make sure that you bet the opposite of what I say. Yeah? And you'll be very, very rich. Very, very rich. Make millions. Here we go then. We are about to get the official decision. And honestly, I think it's going to be bad news for Baby Shark. Bad news for Baby Shark. I think the party pooper's going to get this one. Tristan, the party pooper, Connelly. I'm going to boo. Here we go. Pereira thought he was Anderson Silva. He did. He's still putting his hands up like, yeah. There we go. Winner. Unanimous. Tristan Connelly by unanimous decision. Wow. Look at this. Tristan Connelly was not meant to win that fight. He was a last late minute replacement. Absolutely brilliant. Well done to him. Well done, Tristan, the party pooper Connelly. Obviously very popular in the arena because he is Canadian. And they love Canadians in Canada. So that is now a 5-fight win streak. Days, I am wrestling tomorrow in Portugal. Have a great time, my friend. Gabe says, oh no, Baby Shark. Yeah, I know. Poor Baby Shark. think he's like walking back right now going, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark, baby shark. Just crying his eyes out. Dreaming about what could have been. Oh well. I'm still very excited to see what Pereira does in his next fight. Hello to C Wrestling. Hope you are well. Well, really, Connelly, you're a poop emoji. Andy, I'm afraid it is actually illegal in the UK for me to sing the Wheel of Fun song if I don't actually do a Wheel of Fun. Not my rules, the rules of the Queen. That's come directly from the Queen. She's a big fan of our WWE live streams. And she says that I'm not allowed to sing it unless I do it. So Connelly with his hands in the air, celebrating with the crowd. Big win for Tristan, the party pooper Connelly, as he beats Michel, Baby Shark, Pereira. Days, do you hear NXT is getting a mid-card? It's already got a mid-card? Do you mean a mid-card title? I did. There's rumours that it might be the European Championship, but I don't know if that's actually based on facts or if it's just people getting a little bit excited. Do you support Aston Villa or Birmingham? I don't support either. I support Man United. I support Man United. And talking of Israel Adesanya, we were talking about if you could take a UFC fighter and a WWE fighter, what match would you want to see? I would want to see the last style bender. I would want to see Israel Adesanya take on the Velveteen Dream. Well, we are going to see Robert Whittaker, known as the Reaper, take on the last style bender. Do not miss that. That is going to be absolutely huge from the Marvel Stadium in Melbourne, Australia, October 5th. Making history down under UFC 243. Whittaker versus Adesanya. It is expected to be the most attended MMA fight in Australian history. Great looking card as well. Holly Holm on the card. Holly Holm taking on Raquel Pennington. Woo! Tuivasa against Spivak. Hooker against Quinta. Whittaker. I mean, it's all about the main UFC middleweight championship. UFC 243. If you are watching and you haven't subscribed, smash that subscribe. Superman punch that subscribe so that you don't miss the fight nights that we've got coming up or UFC 243. We need to move on, friends. We need to move on from Baby Shark. We're all disappointed. But we need to move on because our next fight of the evening is about to take place. We have got Jeff Hughes taking on Todd Duffee. Here we go. Bang, 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 bang. Okay, let's talk about this fight, friends. Let's talk about this fight. Baby... I've got that song in my head now, guys. I got that song in my head. Do, 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 do. Right. Duffee. Tough. They call him Toughy Duffee because he is tough. And this is a return fight. He has been away for 4 years. 4 years. What has he been doing for those 4 years? Did he start a little florist? I don't know. I don't know where he's been. I'm sure I heard that, like, Khabib and his camp convinced Duffee to return. So I feel like they've got something to do with his return. But Duffee has been away for 4 years. This is his comeback fight, and this is a tricky fight to come back to. He will try and walk down Hughes. That's going to be his style, I think. I haven't seen him for 4 years. So I think he's going to try and walk down Hughes, but he leaves himself open to shots. His chin is going to be questionable. We don't know what shape he's going to be in, like stamina-wise. I just don't know. I really don't know what to expect from him. I haven't seen him for 4 years. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I've seen my primary school teachers more recently than I have Duffee. So, yeah, it's hard to know what we're going to get. This is a heavyweight division fight as well. Hughes has had a lot of fights within that time. He's had consistent fights. And his record's fairly decent. He's going to have an advantage in the boxing department. So, very, very excited to see kind of where this fight goes. I just don't know where it's going to go. I don't know what we're in store for. I tell you what we're in store for. The unknown. We're in store for the unknown, so I'm excited for this next fight. I'm very excited to see what Duffee's going to bring. So, Duffee versus Hughes. Heavyweight bout. Let's see. Let's see how this plays out. It's the great unknown. 4 years. I mean, we've all changed in 4 years. Days, how's the predictions going? Dude, 3 predictions. 3 incorrect results. It's not the predictions that were wrong. It was the results. That's what I'm saying. The results were wrong. So a lot of people might look at it and blame me. Might think that I haven't got a clue. That could not be further from the truth. I am very knowledgeable when it comes to UFC. And yeah, it's not my fault that the results have been wrong. But I'm confident on this one. I'm sure I've gone with Hughes. Duffee has been out for 4 years. I think there's going to be ring rust. Hughes has looked decent in his recent fights. You know, who am I meant to go for? Can't go for Duffee. We don't know what he's going to bring. He's been away for so long. Looking forward to the next one. Heavyweight bloodbath. Days Kurt Hawkins is smiling right now. I've got Hughes. Okay, Trevante, I've got Hughes. I've got Hughes as well. Isn't that under the rule about watching USA Network in the UK? Rules are made to be broken. That is true. That is true. I found a way of doing it. In fact, see wrestling. Do you know? Do you know the way? Do you know the way? What was that? Knuckle? What was it? Sonic Knuckles? Sonic Knuckles? What was that meme? There was a meme that was going around the other year that was like, do you know the way? I think my brain, there's something's gone wrong. I think it might have been Pereira. I think Pereira has like fried my brain. But anyway, yes, see wrestling. If you don't know how to get the USA Network to enjoy NXT, hit me up. Hit me up on Twitter. I'll let you know. Yeah, friends. Show me the way, master. Duffman versus Blues Hughes. Yes, Blues Hughes. Are you gonna watch that YouTube boxing one? Well, no was the answer. Well, hang on. Yes was the answer. Then it became no, and now it's maybe. Let me explain. It was yes, because I watched the first one, so I thought we'll watch the second one. Then it became no, because it turns out it's the same night as like a big wrestling event. And now it's turned into maybe, because if the wrestling event finishes and I can then watch the fight live after, then I would do that. Ugandan Knuckles, yes! Yes, BD Call, you're right, Ugandan Knuckles. Do you know the way? Yes, you're right. That for me was the most random kind of internet phenomenon. It was so random. It really was. They took this clip of this Ugandan guy just saying, can you show me the way, or do you know the way? And then they took this weird drawing of Knuckles and they merged the two for no reason. I honestly, I don't think there was any reason for the two to be combined. And then it just grew into this massive thing. Days, how can I watch it? I'm not from the USA as well. What, for the USA Network? There's a way, dude. There's a way. If you hit me up on Twitter, I'll let you know. Yeah? Let you know. The Russian flies at night. Yeah? You know what I'm saying? I'm going with Hughes, second round TKO. Okay, well, I hope so. Well, no, I hope not, actually, because so far, 3 fights, 3 incorrect predictions. So I'd kind of like to go. I'd like to make this 4. So I've gone with Hughes, but I might be cheering Duffee. I might be cheering the Duff man. Right, both guys are in the octagon. The only reason why Pereira lost is because baby sharks can't breathe out of water. Yes. God, look at her. She looks like Sasha Banks. The ring girl looked like Sasha Banks. She looked just like Sasha Banks. I swear to God it was Sasha Banks. I hope we see that ring girl again. That was Sasha Banks. You will never change my mind on that. Amazing. So, not only have we got Duffee who's come back out of nowhere, Sasha Banks is a ring girl, like ring number girl thing. I don't know what they're called. Right, I couldn't tell you what to expect. I don't know. Duffee charging forward, unloading on Hughes. I'm not even sure Hughes knows what to expect. Both of these guys are big. Boss time. Looked like the boss. It did look like the boss. Okay. Duffee takes down Hughes. Duffee is looking good here. Come on, Duff, man! So we've got Duffee, who has got Hughes backed up against the octagon. A lot of our fights have gone quite long, haven't they? I mean, maybe it was just the last one. I feel like 2 have gone the distance. Kind of could do with a nice first round stoppage. And these are heavyweights as well, so you know they're going to throw. And they are throwing. Man, no shots. I bet there's a lot behind them. You wouldn't want to get caught with one of them. Both guys standing in the centre, trading blows. Hughes getting backed up against the octagon. Duffee firing shots in. Leaning in on Hughes. Trying to wear Hughes down, knee to the midsection. Todd Duffee is a man on a mission. He looks that way. Shout out to TSW_HQ hateful. Hateful. I just saw it was hateful. TSW_hateful. I just watched the Sasha Banks Chronic. And it was amazing. Okay. Backed up against the cage is Hughes. Duffee looking good so far. Hughes, though, firing back. Both guys in the centre. Oh, Duffee with a big shot, and Hughes stumbles down. Come on, Duffman. Prove me wrong. Knee, strike. Both guys set back into the middle. 2 minutes, just over 2 minutes on the clock. Ah, look at his face. Look at Duffy's face. He's got caught on the chin. I think his eyes are like starting to swell a little bit as well. So, big head kick that lands by Hughes. I mean, these two have been throwing a lot at each other. Hughes goes down again. Duffee trying to finish it. Duffee looking really good here. Oh, Hughes is stumbling around. Duffee with a few uppercuts. Hughes is in a hell of a fight here. If Duffee gets this, I'll be 4 for 4. 4 predictions. 4 incorrect. Come on, Duffman. Knee to the midsection. And now he's putting his weight onto Hughes. A referee, I think, is looking to break these apart. They spin around. And they break apart. Ooh, Duffee saying hello. He poked me in the eye. I think the ref having a little word now. Duffee just taking a moment. Oh, I don't think Duffee's happy. I don't think Duffee's happy at all. Let's have a look. They're showing a replay here. That thumb... it looks okay. Looks okay. I don't think there was a great deal in that. Smile on his face. Is this... Did he? I can't quite tell. It felt like his hands was around there. He could have done something to him. Duffee isn't happy here. He's saying something to the ref. And the referee's looking at him. Is he like, I don't know what's he saying. Is he like, how's my hair? How's my hair? Can you tell me how my hair is? They're asking, what, for the doctor maybe? What is going on? We've got some mad scenes going on here. What? There's a guy that's come in, looks a little bit like IRS or a young Tommaso Ciampa. He's looking at the eye. It says he's seeing double. So they're saying that the refs called it. Okay, so the refs called it. This is really weird. I mean, I think the refs made the right call there. I'm just trying to see, is it a draw? We're seeing a replay again. Hand comes up. The finger does seem to bend and maybe do something, but there doesn't seem to be a great deal in it. Yeah, that's weird. That is weird. Well, I mean, look, if this is going to be a draw, I couldn't have predicted a draw. Could I? How was I ever going to predict a draw? I don't know. We're going to have to wait for the official decision here. This is very interesting. Duffee won. I don't think they're going to give it to Duffee. I think it's going to be a draw. Very, very interesting. Very interesting. Let's see. We're just at commercial break at the moment. Got scared to fight. Well, yeah, it's weird. Trabante saying what happened. Well, I think he's implying that there was an eye poke and now he's seeing double, but they've showed replays and it didn't seem to be that bad. Didn't seem to be that bad at all. It just didn't seem to be that bad. So, little bit confused, but we're going to have to wait and see. Let's have a look and see. Kind of look like two big giants, New Japan, the Duff Man. Days, do I miss Luke Harper and Rusev? I don't know, do you? Duffonomics. Right, here's the result. Come on, Duffee. No contest. No contest. Unintentional. No contest. So, if it's no contest, that means the fight just didn't happen. So, there we go. I can't say that I was wrong on that. There we go. That's why UFC put 6 fights on this card. They put 6 fights on because they knew one was going to be a no contest. There we go. I think for me, the real shame was that we didn't get to a second round and we never got to see Sasha Banks again. I wanted to see Sasha Banks a second time, so I definitely feel like I was robbed. But co-main event time now. Look at this. We've had a lot of action, but we're up to Teixeira. Teixeira is going to be in action next. I never know how to spell it. Teixeira versus Krylov. Should be a tasty little fight, this one. Tasty little fight. Days, does Wrestling Shop sponsor you? No. It didn't happen. Good job, Days. There we go. I'm still undefeated. Have you seen Goldberg's latest comments on Riddle? No, I don't think I have, no. Who would have guessed it would have been a no contest? Well, there we go. It didn't happen. No, it didn't happen. It just wasn't a thing. What it does mean, though, is that because it didn't happen, that means there's been 3 fights and I'm still on for the clean sweep. I've got a chance here, guys. I've got a chance tonight. Dean Winchester, what is your comment? What is it? Tell me. Because I've got quite a few. Quite a few comments. I thought they did. Thought they did what? Hey, you wanted an early stop? I did. Yeah, in all fairness, I wanted Duffee to get the victory there so I could be 4-0. But look, it is what it is. It is what it is. We're putting all that behind us now. Let's put all that madness behind us, yeah? Let's look forward. We've got Teixeira taking on Krylov. I've got Krylov for this, okay? I've got Krylov. I'm putting it out there now. So, Teixeira, his striking, I don't think is as good as it was. He is slowing down. I think he's on his way out of the sport. I don't know how many fights he's got left in him. I've got a few question marks about his chin now as well. So, for me, I don't think he's the fighter that he was. So, yeah, Glover Teixeira, 5th most UFC lightweight, heavyweight wins in the modern era. That's because he's had the most fights. I mean, I think his record is 29 wins and 7 defeats. He's going up against Nikita Krylov, who has got a great record himself. 26 wins and 6 defeats. So this guy is no pushover. He's really reached his peak as well, Krylov. And is a great kicker. He's got a long reach. He's got a few little skills and tools in his arsenal. I've gone with Krylov. I'm confident about this. So, yeah, I've gone with that. Days, could we see a bald Randy Orton at Clash of Champions? Maybe. You've got your chance now. You need cake and a Coke. Cake and a Coke? The dream evening? The Doctor won the last fight. Good point. Good point. Did anyone predict the Doctor? This is going to be great. Days, have you got WWE 2K19? I do. I never play it, is the answer. We're just waiting for this next fight to start. Teixeira taking on Krylov. If you are just joining us, welcome to the hottest UFC stream you will find anywhere. We are all over this. We are a predicting machine. If you've got some money to burn and you want to know who you should be putting your money on, this is the place to be. This is the place to be. I will tell you all the inside scoops. I will tell you all the little advantages that you need to make the big bucks. So far tonight, 3 predictions, 3 incorrect results. So we are on an absolute storm right now. So it's going very well. It is going very well. We got 2 fights to go. Co-main event coming up. Teixeira taking on Krylov. I've gone with Krylov. I am actually quite confident about Krylov. I will be cheering Teixeira. I'm hoping this is the night where we get whole night of incorrect results. Don't get me wrong, I'd love a whole night of correct results as well. Like, that is also on the list of things to achieve. But this would be a nice fun one to tick off. And do you know what? It's been a fun stream. I've really enjoyed it. Largely down to Pereira, if I'm being honest. We're just having a look at the light heavyweight rankings. So light heavyweight rankings, obviously champion John Jones. There's no one for John Jones. There's no one there. No one there for him to fight that's going to be interesting. He's already fought Gustafsson a couple of times. We've got Teixeira, I think, ranked 9th, and Krylov ranked 13th. The glove is going to win. Let the rabbits wear glasses. Yes. I don't even know what that means. Krylov, let's go. Yeah, look, Travante, I'm with you again, and it's not been going well for us tonight. Teixeira is going to win. Days, are you not doing the Fury fight? I wasn't going to, because I got to be honest, I wasn't bothered by it. I think it's a straight, simple win for Fury, and I just don't see the interest in it, to be honest. I don't think the promotion has been that great. There's been a few ads on TV, but you know, this is not Fury Wilder. This is not Fury Joshua. This just is not a big deal. So I wasn't going to bother. So right now, no. But after UFC finishes, if I change my mind, then maybe. I don't think I'll change my mind, but maybe. Maybe I will. Thiago Santos not in the rankings. Well, he might be higher in the rankings. Hey Days, I uploaded a video of my 2K19, my career. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool. Do you think they're going to change Bailey's look at Clash of Champions? No. She doesn't think she's a heel. She still thinks that she's a face. So I think she's quite happy doing what she's doing. So I don't think they'll change her look, my friend, no. Right, we're just building and waiting as we approach the next fight, the co-main event. They're just showing some of the previous fights. Krylov. Joe says Krylov. Get your votes in, guys. I should be a bit more engaging, shouldn't I? Get your predictions in. Who do you think is going to win? I'm saying Krylov. If it helps at all, I've gone with Krylov. So, and then, of course, after this, the main event after this, Cowboy versus Gaethje. Cerrone versus Gaethje. Lot to look forward to. This next fight, I think, will be decent. Here's Krylov fighting out of the Ukraine. The glove. So Krylov making his way down. Hey Days, B Team joins Randy Orton and the Revival at Clash of Champions. Okay, here we go. Krylov down at ringside. Should give us some interesting statistics in a second. We are, of course, in Vancouver this evening. I've got to tell you as well, Bruce Buffer is wearing a really bland, normal suit. Now, I know that that's not noteworthy, but if you've seen what Bruce Buffer tends to wear, it's a real disappointment. I would expect him to be wearing, like, white and red, or neon yellow, or something, or maybe he'd be dressed as a tank, I don't know. Fastest knockout by head kick in UFC history, 25 seconds. Highest striking rate in the UFC light heavyweight history, 5.5 a minute. Second highest striking accuracy in UFC light heavyweight history, 57.6%. Nikita Krylov is dangerous. Days, sing the song. What song? The very good heel team wanting them to join the OC. I don't know what song you're on about. I think Cowboy is going to win. Oh, I've gone with Gaethje. So that means Cowboy probably will, Gabe. Hey Days, Cartoon Network's going to buy AEW. Cool. I bet the Uriah Hall fight was your favourite because of all the cuddling. Well, I mean, I am a fan of cuddles. Who isn't? Who isn't? Do you have WWE 2K19? I do. I just never play it. Here we go, look. Teixeira is on his way down. Big smile on his face. Obviously a legend of the game as well. A lot of love. Lot of love for him. But he is definitely someone that for me is slowing. Glover, badass, walkout music. Teixeira is a really good fighter. I agree. I just think that he is slowing down. Days, can we see the Revival win the SmackDown Tag Team Championships? Yeah, I'm sure they will again. I don't know if it'll be soon. Most UFC light heavyweight finishes in the modern era, 10. Most submission wins in UFC lightweight history, 5. 19. Wow, that is sick. Teixeira, 19. 1-9. 19. You know, the number that's just after 18. First round finishes. What? I did not know that. 9. Oh, jeez. I've gone for Krylov. 19 first round finishes. Insane. Great fighter. This is going to be a great fight. Teixeira is ranked 9th. Krylov is ranked 13th. Which way is this going to go? Which way is this going to go? Teixeira is a really good fighter. He is. Damn, got to go to work and miss the last fight. Kurosh, thank you very much for joining us, my friend. I hope work goes... What do you do at work? Let us know. What are you going off to do right now? Days, my foot has fungus. What shall I do? Amputate your foot. Yeah, I agree. There's no other way. Okay, I can tell you that Krylov is the favourite. That means absolutely nothing. He doesn't get paid by the hour. TJ Young says, eat your foot. Get your suggestions in, guys. Landon's foot has got fungus. What should he do? Seems to be a hot topic at the moment in the chat. 312 Vandal, or 312 Vandal, or 312 Vandal. Shout out to you, my friend. I can tell you that Teixeira is a slight underdog. Bruce Buffer doing his utmost here. Days, I'm a huge fan from Germany and just want to say that I really love your streams and video. Thank you very much, Martin. Really appreciate it, dude. Really do. It's great to have someone watching from over in Germany. I've been fortunate enough to go there a couple of times. Not many times, just a couple of times. And, man, what a place. Absolutely awesome. Great nightlife. Really lovely people. Yeah, big fan of Germany. Unless we play them at football, and then I hate them because they always win. But anyway, we are underway. Kick to the midsection by Krylov. Come on, Teixeira. Anders the Giant broke his foot off and beat up his opponent. Well, he will do those things. Hey, Days, do you have an AJ Styles figure? I do. I have a couple. Here we go. Look, nice takedown. Teixeira has managed to get Krylov down. Nice strike to the head. Teixeira. And again. He's in a good position here, Teixeira. Krylov on his back. He's got the arm, but there's no kind of damage or anything being done right now. A couple of elbows being fired into the head. No worries. Indiana, USA, by the way. Very cool. I'm a maintenance supervisor overnight. Basically, I babysit men twice my age who are more trying than my own children. Well, it sounds awesome, dude. So shout out to you. I hope it goes well. Shout out to Kurosh in Indiana, USA. Thank you for joining us, my friend, and hopefully see you again next time, and hope it goes well. Anyone picking Gaethje? Well, good news. I've picked Gaethje, which means he's gonna lose. And right now, Teixeira is doing a very good job here. Who is not the guy that I picked. He is controlling this fight. He's on the back of Krylov. He's got his feet around the waist. It's kind of... he's got a good little hold on here. I don't think he's going to get the submission from here, but he is very good on the ground. As we know, 19 first round finishes. He is getting a little older, a little bit slower, but you know he's still got it in the first round. So this is going to be a very dangerous time for Krylov. Krylov needs to just weather this storm. Days, me and that guy have the same job. Very cool. Glover was my first training partner back in CT. The guy would come off a day's work of landscaping in 100 plus degrees for 12 hours and then put in 2-3 hours on the mat. Great to see. Kevin Kirk, that is an amazing story. That is absolutely incredible. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool. I'm amazed that you're still here to talk about it. Like, talk about it. If he was your training partner, I would not want to mess around with that guy. As I said, you know, absolutely no disrespect to him. He is an incredible fighter. But it happens to everyone, you know, as you get older, as you get towards the end of your career, you do just start to slow down. And I do see that from him. I don't think he's got the same snap in his punches. And I think he gets caught a little bit. And he's kind of got caught a little bit here as well. Rear naked choke. Krylov has got the arm underneath. He's got the arm under. Teixeira's he's in trouble. He's got caught. Krylov is really trying to twist that head around. I think it's still hooked in. But I think Teixeira's going to pop his head out, and he does. He did so well to get out of that. He did so well to get out of that. Both guys back up onto their feet. Absolute scenes here as a forearm smash from Krylov. Both guys reset into the center as we approach the final minute. Daisy, you streaming the Fury fight? I don't think so. Days, what is Garbage Pail Teens doing in the impact zone? Oh, 30 odd seconds left here. Krylov stepping forward. The eye busted open for Teixeira. A bit of blood coming down. I do feel this will favour Krylov as the fight goes on. But Teixeira's had some great opportunities in this first round. But I do fear for him as this fight proceeds. But very interesting stuff at the moment. Stepping forward, firing some shots off. Kick to the midsection. People stepping in. Beautiful. End of the first round. Really good stuff. The bareback throttle. Ooh. Right, need to change this over to the second round. We are going to a second round. I do genuinely think Krylov's going to come into this as the fight progresses. Also, there's a little bit of bubbly on my foot, and the fungus has gone away. That's it. That is how. Rear naked poke. He turned it around. He did. Anyone else agree the worst part of Jorge versus Diaz is someone has got to lose? Yeah, but someone is also going to win that belt. The BMF. The baddest mother fudger. Who is the baddest mother fudger? Toyo Tires sponsoring round number 2 as we are underway. It was good actually to see Teixeira getting like quite a bit of the offense in and doing so well in round 1. I didn't think he would do as well as that. But here we go. We're back underway. Hello, Mark. Hope you are well. Dave's green shirt guy from WWE inboxed me and told me to stop tagging him on posts on Twitter. Did he? Is that a true story? Right. Kick from Krylov. Kick. Oh, that was beautiful from Krylov. Beautiful kick on the inside leg. And as Teixeira just temporarily dropped his head, bang! It's beautiful 1-2. Really nice. Teixeira still stepping forward though, putting the pressure on Krylov. Krylov on the outside does step in. They do exchange a few blows. Still looking good for Teixeira. Yeah, I agree. This is far from done. There's not much of a pace to this second round. Kick on the front leg from Krylov. Now they're trading. Teixeira chasing after Krylov. Ooh, gets caught on the chin there. Got cracked on the chin quite hard. This is a really interesting fight. Krylov in his peak against Teixeira, who I just think has passed his peak. Headshot, but it was nicely defended. He backs Teixeira up. Obviously, we got the main event after this, my friends. Main event after this. These two trading blows. Standing in the centre. 2 minutes 40 odd on the clock. Nice. I think he has busted open Teixeira a little bit here. Moving around. Oof, swing and a miss. Not a great deal happening from Krylov. I thought Krylov would want to engage a little bit more. I think there's a lot of respect, if I'm being honest. I think Krylov's got a lot of respect for Teixeira. And rightfully so. But there's blood coming down the face of Teixeira. Krylov constantly on the back foot, constantly trying to get away, trying to throw shots in and kind of hit and move. That seems to be his strategy. Throws in beautiful right straight down the centre. 1 minute 50 on the clock. Teixeira stepping forward again. Yeah, I mean, Teixeira's like, what is going on, dude? Throws his hands out and was like, come on, stop dancing away from me. Let's fight. Teixeira's like, come on, baby. Oh, into the midsection. Krylov Krylov might want to think about doing a marathon rather than a UFC fight, because all he's doing is running. There we go. Oh, a couple of nice strikes from Krylov, straight down the middle. Now he's running away again. Now he engages again. It's hit and move. That's his strategy. Hit and move, hit and move. Teixeira round the waist. Drives back Krylov. Final minute of the fight now. This is our co-main event as well. This guy is screwed. He's a runner. Yeah, I agree. Driving the shoulder into Teixeira. Teixeira goes down. Krylov starting to control this now. Krylov on top. 20-odd seconds left. I don't think there's going to be a great deal of time here for him to get any kind of finish. I think this will go to a third round. Krylov just throw in the odd forearm. Couple of strikes to the side of the head. Elbows driving him into the face of Teixeira. And yes, it is the end of round number 2. Come on, Krylov, baby shark runner. Guess what? You don't get a little bit of bubbly. Okay, we are going to go to a third round. This is Krylov's opportunity now. Rather than running away like a little baby shark, he needs to engage here. Second time in the third round in 32 fights. Krylov just doesn't go this far. Normally, he wears his opponents out by running away from them so much. I mean, I'd never say that to his face, of course. I'm not stupid. If you do see this, by the way, Krylov, I'm very sorry. I was made to say it. But here we go. We are about to go underway. Round number 3. Final round of our co-main event. And then we will be at Gaethje. Taking on Cerrone, the Cowboy. Okay. Krylov in a bad situation here. Guillotine. Guillotine. Teixeira is really pulling on. He's trying to get them legs wrapped around. He's trying to tie up Krylov. Krylov's in trouble. Krylov's in trouble. This could be 4-0. Come on. Come on, Teixeira. Oh, Krylov frees himself. Oh, come on. Oh, I tell you what, I really thought he had it then. He's on his back at the moment. Okay, he's got him in a clinch. So Krylov is on his back. He's got Teixeira on top of him. Just kind of wearing down the clock. I think this is quite clever from Teixeira because he knows that he's up in this fight. He's got to be up in this fight. You don't get points for running away. So, yeah, he's got to be up in the fight. So he's basically got Krylov down. He's on top of him. And he's controlling it. He's controlling the fight. He's got Krylov up against the cage. He's just firing a few shots in. Basically, Teixeira needs to just hold on for 2 minutes 50 odd. 2 minutes 50 odd. Take it to decision. And I think he'll get the result. And I will be 4-0. 4 predictions, 4 incorrect results. It's tied up. Both guys getting back up. Teixeira couldn't keep Krylov down. He's firing a few elbows in, but Krylov is back up. And he's actually driving his shoulder into Teixeira, looking for the single leg takedown. Teixeira not letting him get him down. He gets pushed back against the cage. One minute 40. You'll get the last prediction right. I hope not. I thought you was going. Kurosh, I thought you had to go. I thought we'd said our goodbyes. Are you telling me you put me through that emotional turmoil for no reason? I can tell you that Teixeira hanging on to Krylov. He's got him down. He just manages to drop him down. He's got him in a bit of a guillotine choke, but I don't think it's fully applied. If anything, this is just to waste a bit more time on the clock as that clock ticks down. Krylov does indeed pop out. Elbows coming in. Sapping energy, I agree. Shots coming into the side of the head. 40-odd seconds left in this co-main event. Teixeira down. He's got blood constantly. It's been running down his head throughout the whole fight. It hasn't turned into anything too significant or serious. And all he's looked to do for this third round is try and control this round. Just try and keep Krylov down. Basically, if Teixeira holds on for 20-odd seconds, I think he's going to get the decision here. He's just got to hang on. And he does. He manages to get round. He's trying to control the fight again as we get down to the final 10 seconds. We're coming into the final 10 seconds of the co-main event. And that is that. Absolutely brilliant. Did not expect that. Didn't expect that kind of performance from Teixeira. And I got to tell you that Krylov gets on his feet, throws his hands in the air. I don't know why he's doing that. He certainly hasn't won this in my book. But then what do I know? Literally, what do I know? Absolutely brilliant. I really hope Teixeira's got this. I really hope Teixeira's got that. They both looked tired. That's true. I don't think either are used to going the distance. I don't think either of them are familiar with round 3. It's not like an old friend. Okay, Cerrone against Gaethje. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Good stuff. It was fun. It was fun. I have to leave the house. Can't watch live, so I'm streaming you whilst I'm driving to work. Ah, okay. Dedication, my friend. Dedication. Well, it's good to keep up to date with what's going on because the latest news is we're about to get the result from the co-main event, and I might have been wrong again. I hope I know it might seem like I'm saying I hope I am just to try and save face. Rest assured, that is absolutely happening. But I would like a clean sweep as well. Here we go. Come on. Come on. Go into the scorecards. Come on, baby. 29, 28. Okay, I think this is split. Split. Yes! Glover wins! By split decision! Yes! Glover by split decision! Oh, look at this. Ooh. I have enjoyed this stream so much. Oh, how dare I underestimate him. Right, it's all going to come down to the final prediction for me. I have never, ever got a clean sweep on any stream that I've done. It doesn't matter if it's wrestling, doesn't matter if it's UFC. I have never got a clean sweep. And I am one result away from a clean sweep. This would go into the record books. I am on the verge of getting every result wrong. Yes! Come on! Cerrone versus Gaethje. Our main event is coming up. I've gone for Gaethje. I cannot wait. Here we go. Main event time, says CJ DeBeast. My wife told me I watch too much wrestling days. I'm watching outside. The streak continues. Yes. This is the biggest streak since The Undertaker's WrestleMania streak. I would say that it's more important as well. More important. The streak you're watching right now, red hot. Everyone's talking about it. It's the buzz of the internet. You can say that you were there. You were there for the streak. Mr. Ryan, hope you are well. And you're still on. Get that sweep, G. Yes. Yes. We're working hard here. We're putting the hours in. We're putting that work in. We've got Skylar Aston in the crowd as we approach the main event. It is main event time, my friends. Donald Cerrone, I can tell you, is stopped looking like a mayor from ye olde town. He looks a little bit like a proper UFC fighter now. Taking on Justin Gaethje. Gaethje, what a record. 20 wins, 2 defeats, 17 knockouts. I mean, what a fight this is going to be. What an absolute brilliant fight. I cannot wait for this. This is like one of those fights that you salivate over. One of those fights that you just like... Here we go. She's calling for me. I gotta go. Oh, you can't go now. You can't go now. Not on the verge of something so magical and special. Have you picked a winner yet? No. No. I don't... and honestly, I don't think this is very good for my reputation, but still... You got to embrace it, ain't you? You got to embrace it. Shout out to Peter Christ. We are getting closer to that sweet, sweet main event. There's just a little advert here for the Fury fight. I mean, does that mean that it's on after? I thought it was on now. ESPN Plus, Fury versus Wallin. Tonight. Could I be tempted? I suppose I could be tempted. I had no interest in streaming that though. Okay, Cowboy ranked 4th in the lightweight division, taking on Gaethje, who is ranked 5th. Here we go. I told her I'm walking the dog. Yes. Yes. Cormier just talking at the moment. They're building this up, as you can imagine. I think it's going to take about 10 minutes or so for us to get to the actual fight. There'll probably be a little video package. Then obviously we've got the ring walks. So sadly there's going to be a few things for us to go through first. But yeah, looking forward to it. Days Goldberg versus Cain Velasquez could happen at WrestleMania 2020. That would be sick. I won't block you, Landon. I think if we do get a lot of spam, I will keep an eye out if we're getting a lot of spam. Just because the community aren't fans of it, so yeah. But I'm not looking for drama. They were throwing it away. My son and I watch everything you do. You're interesting, man. Love the WWE figure reviews. Thank you very much, Justin Dillon. Shout out to you and your son. Thank you very much for the support, my friend. Really do appreciate it. And look, this isn't wrestling, but I'm still happy to talk wrestling. I'm happy to talk wrestling figures. I'm happy to talk about UFC. We can talk about the meaning of life. We can talk about whatever you want to talk about. This is why I like the UFC streams, because for me the UFC streams, I don't go into them with any expectations or anything. I just want to watch some good fights. Just want to be entertained by something a little bit different. Talk about UFC. It's kind of why we're here, but we'll talk about anything. I'm quite happy to talk about anything. So, yeah, really looking forward to this. And what a next fight we've got coming up as well. We've got Cerrone against Gaethje. Cerrone, good wrestler, has improved loads. I think he's got an advantage on the outside when they fight on the outside. He's got a lot of kicks in his arsenal. Can leave himself open a little bit. He's got a very good head kick, quick head kick. And great stamina, so he brings a lot. And what a record. I mean, when you talk about legends, you have to talk about Donald Cerrone. You've got to talk about the Cowboy. But Gaethje is something very special. A fantastic record, 20-2. You could argue he's a better wrestler. He kicks with volume as well. If you let him in, he's going to fire them shots in. He's a pressure fighter, great overhands, good power. Really good offense, but then a great defense as well. He throws a lot and fires a lot in, but he can defend as well. This is going to be hard for the Cowboy. I've gone with Gaethje, but I've also got every prediction wrong so far tonight. So let's see. Is tonight the night? Are we going to talk about this stream for a long time to come? Is this going to be the streak? Days GameStop was throwing away AJ Styles retros. They gave it to me for free. No way. No way. Thank you, Days. Sorry, man. I'm definitely having a day, so I'm prone to overreacting tonight. No worries, man. No worry. Dude, I have them days every day. Don't worry about it. The Fiend will be at UFC. I tell you, the Fiend might get involved in a Pereira match. Pereira seems to like the WWE antics. Here he is, anyway. It would be awesome if Kane joined AEW and they built him up like Brock Lesnar. We could then get a mega fight between WWE and AEW. They'd never first of all, that would be cool, but they're not going to do it. You're not going to get AEW, WWE. The only way that would happen is if WWE buy AEW eventually. I just don't think they're going to sell. Certainly not to WWE. So I just don't see that happening. Although, who would have thought WCW was going to be sold to WWE? Personally, I want Kane to go to WWE, and then we could get that match anyway. Cain Velasquez, Brock Lesnar, the man that beat Brock Lesnar in the UFC. I mean, for those of you that don't know, there's going to be a lot of people watching that don't interact with wrestling, and that's cool. I appreciate it's not for everyone. But Cain Velasquez has actually been competing for AAA. He wears a mask. He's been learning actual lucha wrestling. Did like a Hurricanrana and some really good actual wrestling moves. And so for his first match, he looked absolutely brilliant. Still looks like Cain Velasquez, big monster. And he's caught the eye of WWE, who were interested anyway, and AEW. So he says he doesn't know where he's going to go to. I'm sure he will go to one of them, and he'll be a megastar whenever he arrives, wherever he goes. Okay, here we go. The Cowboy is making his way. He's got the cowboy hat on. Shame he can't come out on like a horse. He should come out on a horse. People love him, man. Shout out to my sister, Sienna? Is it Sienna? That is not a name I am familiar with, but it's a nice name. I'm going to go with Sienna. I'm probably wrong. Shout out to your sister. Thanks, Days. I just showed my son your shout out to me, and my son, you made him happy. No worries, dude. No worries. Have a great evening doing whatever you're doing. Maybe you're playing with figures right now. So, yeah, shout out to Justin Dillon and Justin Dillon's son. We are getting ready for the main event of this evening. So, probably going to be around for another 25 minutes or so. Which way? Let me know in the chat, guys. Which way is this going to go? Who wins this fight? Is it going to be the Cowboy Cerrone, or is it going to be Justin Gaethje? Cerrone, most wins 23, finishes 16, performance awards 18. And this is his 33rd UFC fight. 33rd UFC fight. Amazing. Days is the man. Thank you very much, Gabe. There's a lot of love in the stream. Days, I don't know if you saw, but I got AJ Styles' signed picture from his TNA days and Elite Kane 47B for $7. No way. Days, at the end of the stream, try and do a standing moonsault. That would be the stupidest thing in the world, because I would, A, definitely break my neck. Like, it's not even a doubt. And B, there would be no Clash of Champions stream. And people everywhere would mourn. Because tomorrow, I'm going to get every result right. Mark my words. Every result right tomorrow. Right, Bruce Buffer doing the honours. Here we go then, guys. Thank you very much, Dean Winchester. Naro says Cowboy will win. Landon says Cerrone. Samuel says Cowboy. Travante says I'm going for Cerrone. He's going to win no matter what. Sorry, the AJ pick was $20. No worries, dude. Days, how can AEW work on their music? Because their music sucks. Maybe they could hire all the people that WWE have fired. CFOS, was it? WWE parted ways with, and they were great. Maybe they could have a little word with those guys. Shout out to Dean Winchester. Shout out to Cohen. Missy Williams says Cerrone. Mr. Ryan says Cowboy. We're very split here, my friends. We're not speaking with one united voice, are we? Cowboy versus Gaethje. Right, let's get ready to rumble. I've gone with Gaethje. Gaethje is favourite as well. Minus 185 favourite. Come on. Come on, baby. I need Cerrone to get the win here. I need Cowboy to get the win. Give me the streak. People are really up for this. You can see the excitement in the crowd. You can see Cowboy's up for it. Pacing back and forth. Slight underdog here. His record's not that great, if I'm being honest. 36 wins, 12 defeats. Fighting out of Albuquerque. Donald, well, look, I say his record's not that great. He's won over 30 fights. It's just the 12 losses that kind of sting a little. But he's still an absolute legend. Steps forward. Smile on his face. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be good. Get your last minute predictions in if you haven't already. All business. Oh, it's tasty. Okay, we are underway. The two guys run into the center. Nice inside leg kick by Gaethje. Gaethje fighting in black, Cerrone fighting in blue. Cowboy says, Mamacita. God, I love that. Mamacita. Mamacita guy 15 reckons it's going to be Cowboy. Rory Baller says Cowboy. Gabe says Cowboy from where I'm from. And I'm from Denver. Denver? That's cool. The Broncos. Okay, Cerrone. Not a great deal happening so far. About 50 seconds gone. Both guys in the centre. Very stern, focused look on the face of the Cowboy. This is our lightweight main event. Cowboy comes forward. So much respect in there between these two. Gaethje. Nice. Going for that inside leg kick. Couple of swing, couple of shots coming in. He was unloading with a bit of a flurry. He will get that from Gaethje. He will throw with volume. Cerrone weathers the storm. Nice kick. Not really engaging much. It's very cagey. Cerrone coming forward with a couple of shots. Nice left hand onto the chin by Cerrone. Gaethje. Overhand. Crashing through the centre. Nothing that's really caused any danger or drama so far. We've got 2 minutes 50 odd on the clock. Tangling back and forth. Gaethje unloading a little bit. Little kick there. Cerrone stepping forward. Both guys tangling up. Unloading again. Inside leg kick from Gaethje. Gaethje coming forward. Gaethje finding his rhythm a little bit now. Cerrone still looking absolutely fine. Neither guy been in a great deal of drama so far. Neither guy having many issues so far. Looking for a kick there by Cerrone. Nice down the centre. Shot to the head by Cerrone. This is what I'm saying about Gaethje. It's that volume. The volume of strikes that he throws in. That's why I've gone with Gaethje. Is because I think that he's a volume striker. He doesn't just get one shot off. He gets two or three. And I do think he's going to cause Cerrone damage here. Such a fast volume striker. It's so exciting to watch. Just tagging Cerrone all the time. Cerrone stepping forward. Bobbing around. Nice. Forward. Left jab. Cerrone went to UFC riding on a pony, got joked out and his career was done for. It's over. Not yet. My 4-year-old wants to say hi. Hello to the 4-year-old. Dude is taking leg kicks like his T1000. Totally no selling. Yeah, he looks very comfortable. Really good point. He is taking a lot of leg kicks. Oh, got caught! Cowboy got caught! Ah, he's gone down! The ref's looking at it! The ref's gonna stop! Oh, no! The ref stops it! No! No! The streak is over! Gaethje wins! Oh, the pain! God damn it! Oh. Oh. It's like I had an accumulator and it's just not come off. It's like I just needed one result for a big win, for a big payout. I've never got a clean sweep, a clean streak. The streak is over. Stupid Gaethje. It's a beautiful right hand. I gotta tell you though, even though it does drop Cerrone down, Cerrone goes down onto one knee, is still in it. He pops back up, drops back down again. The referee looks, the problem is, Cerrone doesn't get those hands up. He's just getting hit and smashed. And it takes him that moment for him to get his hands up. And sadly, at the same time those hands go up, it's when the ref stops it. He was just too late. He was too delayed. Took him too long to get those hands up. Oh. I thought we were going to witness magic tonight, guys. We have. Apart from the whole streak thing, we have seen some absolutely great action. But I have also been robbed. It's a dream of mine to either get every prediction correct or every prediction wrong, and we were so close. Overhand, yes. Overhand. Gaethje is underrated. Dude is the only threat to Khabib, and he probably isn't even one. That's a really good point from Brent there. Really good point. I'm shocked. Thank you very much. Take my bow. Days, you were right. I know. I predicted the future. I am good. People that called it for Gaethje celebrating because it is Gaethje that he's going to have his hand raised. The Cowboy. What has the Cowboy? What has Cerrone got left? He doesn't need to fight on. He's a great fighter, but he doesn't need it. It's a big smile on his face. Cowboy Cerrone says, great guy. Cerrone standing in there, just standing next to Gaethje, smiling away. Cormier obviously having a chat with Gaethje. So he says he's very hard to fight. There's a lot of love in this ring. A lot of love, a lot of respect. It's good to see, man. That's good to see, innit? I know we all like the beef, but it's nice to see a nice kiss and a cuddle from time to time as well. Just showing the replay here. That beautiful strike right on the chin. Does drop him down. The Cowboy, though, lights are still on. Lights are still on. It's not an embarrassing knockout. And then when it's down, he just gets caught. I've only just noticed. Gaethje firing shots into the side of the head of Cerrone. And there's a moment where Gaethje even looks at the ref and goes, are you going to stop this or do I have to keep going? And finally the ref does. 3-fight win streak for Justin Gaethje, all by first round knockout. Christopher Rogers says, awesome stream days. Thank you very much, dude. It was his last big payday, says Jason Dalton. I agree, Jason Dalton. I think you hit the nail on the head there. Who's he going to call out? Here we go. Irishman's retired. He wants the winner of Tony and Khabib. That is true. That fight. It's the biggest fight they can make. Khabib versus Tony Ferguson. They should put Conor in there, do a triple threat. That'd be amazing. Conor versus Tony versus Khabib. That would be sick. Most UFC fights of all, Donald Cerrone. He took like 13 shots before he defended himself. True. Justin is a threat to Khabib. The leg kicks will take Khabib's ability away to take him down. Plus the constant forward pressure. You can't complete a takedown if you can't plant your feet. Karush, thank you very much, dude. Have a good shift, my friend. He took 13 shots before he defended himself. Definitely weird. Hello, Press Start TV. Hope you are well, my friend. Really good fights. Eli says, triple threat. Yes! Like I said, he will never get the champion, says Crystal Hanny. Nice call out, make sense. Yeah, it'd be a fight that I would like to see. I'd definitely be interested in that. We're just going back, actually, as Gaethje makes his way out, interacting with the fans. Nice little knockdown, good little moment. Obviously, his happy boy this evening. I don't know. I don't think he's got enough to put Khabib away. I understand that he could be a threat, but I think Khabib's been in there with better. If I'm being honest, I mean it's an interesting prospect. It's a fight I'd like to see. And I don't know, does he need another fight between now and then? Probably not. I mean, he's just absolutely destroyed Cowboy. First round. Could he beat Khabib? I suppose that's the big question. He might not have to. He might not have to if Tony Ferguson does it. Gaethje wants the winner of Khabib Ferguson. So this division is on absolute fire. Sent you some breaking news. Okay, dude. SummerSlam and UFC ended at the same time. Where's Dana White? Dana White is probably backstage just licking his lips, counting money that he hasn't yet made, knowing that them three are just going to have some great fights. I mean, you could do Tony Gaethje, you could do Khabib Gaethje, and you could do, well, Tony Khabib looks like a fight that we're getting, so... Fury versus Wallin. His eyes looked like they were bothering him. Gaethje fan favourite. He should get it. He would smash Khabib. Knockout. First round. He's the best fighter I've seen in a long time. Whoa! A lot of confidence there by Turbo Kid. Days I'm in a store and I saw Elite Ricochet. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool. Right, guys. That is it for us. We are done with the stream. It was a very, very fun evening. Thank you to everyone that joined us. It was, yeah, really interesting. Really, really interesting. I thought the streak was on for a second, but it wasn't to be. But it is what it is. We will be, of course, back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow for Clash of Champions. We're back on Monday for Raw. We're back on Tuesday for SmackDown. On Wednesday for NXT, which makes its debut on the USA Network. That is going to be huge. And I figured out how to watch the USA Network in the UK, so that is very cool as well. So very confident and happy about that. And UFC again next weekend, isn't it? So we'll be back for that as well. Awesome, guys. Thanks a lot for watching. Really appreciate the support. If you enjoyed the stream, leave a little cheeky like. And obviously hit the subscribe so that you can join us again next time. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Bye for now.